That's weird.
Uh-huh.
Well, no, I mean, I agree with most of, like, my fellow compatriots, and now you are a blur. That is weird.
Yeah, you're a blur, too.
Something happened.
I don't know. Like
You're, like, pixelated, like you're in witness protection right now.
Well, you look pixelated to me, dude, so I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, you're back.
Let me just close various windows here. Might help, I don't know.
All right, so anyway, yeah, so I'm looking at the performance of the film, and it doesn't surprise me, but it's surprising other people. And then there's the arguments about, well, how woke is the film? And I'm like, well, there's a lot of intersectional bologna sausage in it, especially in the first act. You know, you have lesbian head bumping, and that head bump went on a long time, so there's no way that she'd have been able to catch up with the motorcycles. You know, I mean, I've got a lot of complaints here. And, you know, it's like, you know, an hour of garbage in a 2 hour and 22-minute film. There really is only about an hour of film.
Yeah, I did finally get to see it, so I can participate.
Yes, we can talk about it when we're
live.
Well, I mean, we're technically live, but, you know,
when we don't have music behind us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always feel like, you know, people are getting like inside the, you know, the conversation.
No, if we were doing inside conversation, it'd be like, "Hey, Culture, good to see you. I haven't talked to you in like 3 weeks."
That's not true. That's a lie.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
I talked to you like just days ago.
You're never on the panels that I'm on anymore.
Excuse me, would you like to have this flower? Excuse me, sir, would you... Donation to the Reverend Moon?
Oh, Cord.
Jews for Jesus? Read about Jehovah's Witness?
Jehovah's Witness?
How about Buddhism?
How about Buddhism?
Jerry's kids? Oh, yeah. Scientology?
Poor Jason.
Nuclear power?
All I have to say is it serves all these guys right.
Hey, can I say a little bit about this amazing beach punk website we have? There's new merch. Yeah, and you know what? And I'm pissed that you got new merch on the comics division site before I got my comics my Culture Casino site up.
Whose fault is that?
Tox.
Yeah, you realize he likes me more, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm the only one working.
Uh-huh.
Oh, here's the intro. Hey, did you update the intro, or is this extra lame and gay?
Why are you here again?
I can go. I need a shower.
He's here so you don't have to talk to me.
Oh, wow. Well, no, because the lovely Southern Belle is here. So we're good. So you didn't update the intro.
This is the one that typically gets updated, so...
Yeah, I can tell it hasn't been updated.
Happy birthday, Sabretooth Raptor.
Yes,
happy birthday.
Yeah, we have some birthday kin. It's better than Deerkin.
Or Beerkin?
No, Beerkin is awesome.
Culture identifies as Beerkin.
Hey, that's fine. Youngling, Yingling.
Haha, you did it too.
On purpose. I'm sorry, lady. The Jedi order demands that I have no close attachments.
Penis.
Where are the
gagging you with entertainment?
Jedi odor.
Jedi odor?
Yeah.
Hey, there you are.
Hello.
You already have green thingies on the screen.
Yes, I do.
Those are called super chats.
No shit.
Extra purple behind you tonight.
I'm trying
Did
to
you change something?
Yeah,
I actually reloaded my PC over the weekend.
And went into super gay mode. It's not even like bisexual lighting now. Look at that.
Wow. Culture's on a roll tonight.
Super, thanks for asking.
Yeah. Culture's a bit salty for some reason. Don't know why.
I'm salty. No, I just
Did I pour sugar in your gas tank without knowing?
I think it was. Yes, I know that was you.
Okay.
At least I wasn't trying to, to keep somebody from stealing my catalytic converter and get assassinated in my, California abode, like a recent General Hospital actor did.
Oh, wow. Is that what was happening?
Seth Rogen says it's not a big deal that people are breaking into cars or stealing catalytic
Oh, yeah.
converters.
Sometimes
We
they
know
leave
that.
gifts like bullets.
Well, apparently they left a bullet in an actor and dude's dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know, I'm sad, 'cause he was one of my favorites, and he was very pretty.
Leave it.
Well,
Leave it.
That was even after he said, "Go ahead, take it."
No,
and
I was
they
going to
shot him
send
while they
whatever
left.
since we're all talking. So
Look, Hollywood is not a good place. I mean,
wow, dude, it like massively dropped your audio when we switched to the dynamic scene.
Yeah, it does that.
Yeah, it's weird. It's really weird.
I think it's mostly because you're gay.
Yeah, EV Mux has nothing to do with it, Culture. Absolutely nothing. Speaking of gay, hello, Roland. How are you?
Whoa,
Retro for $10.
Thank you. Thank you for the $10.
You guys, Ian's dicks. Seems appropriate. So a prequel of a prequel and the rendition of a franchise are not doing so well in theaters. What a shock. Next up, Inside Out 2.
Oh, and look, they're already softening the ground for that thing to bring in negative dollars.
Well, I mean, Hollywood is screwed, man. Like massively screwed.
How they did not see this coming. We're gonna.
You mean when everybody else did?
Yeah, we're gonna subvert your expectations, which means we're gonna destroy the things that you love, and then we want you to come see that. No.
Yeah, pretty much. GVT Monster for $2 says, hi, comics and everyone. Hello, sir. How are you?
What's up?
GVT Monster again.
Wow.
They say they ruin legacy characters and culture to own the chuds, but they forget the chuds pay the bills, or I do at least. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Wow. Yes, all of those things were correct. The observations this evening are brilliant. They are at a toxic man flu level, and they are not as low as Comics Division. So well done, guys.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
I feel so much hate and anger coming from you.
No. I just went hard in the paint.
I know. I'm just teasing you, man.
No, that's fine.
Sabertooth Raptor for $5 says, today's my birthday.
Hey!
Had a Norwegian bat Tom wish.
Okay, we will.
Had Norwegian bet Tom wish me a happy birthday on this Memorial Day. I'm thinking of my grandfather who flew 29 missions in a B-24. Wow. That's impressive.
That's amazing. You know what? No wonder, you have an affinity to aircraft styles. That's awesome, my friend. Well done. And congratulations and happy birthday. I said a lot of things today.
My father flew DC-10s. That's the most exciting thing.
Those are like flying aircraft carriers.
Yeah, they were pretty big fucking planes back in the day.
My uncle
Pinochet's helicopter tours. What was that?
My uncle flew the Hercules.
Those are
pretty big.
Yeah.
For $2 says warned you guys about CC's caffeine before a show. Yeah,
that's true. Hercules. Sorry,
I'm worried more about the Yinglings he probably had at the barbecue today.
Well, the good thing is that we don't have to worry about, since we're over the internet. So
hi, internet.
Yeah. Hello, internet. Yeah.
Hey, for those of you on the green machine, you can send the crumble ramps, the grample ramps, the whatever, because we can't say the green machine's name because it's verboten on the tube.
Yeah.
And since we're live on the tube, you guys are tubing. You just didn't know it. But yeah. And also we're live on the XE thing. So
yes, we are.
And we can see those chats. So if you're chatting over there, you can chat over there now, which is weird. But we welcome you to Munchkin Land. I mean, right? I mean, in your case anyway.
Well, you would know. You're pretty low to the ground too. So
less low. I'm less low to the ground.
Low. Not quite.
I can still dunk a basketball, and I'm in my 50s.
I don't believe that for a second.
I don't believe that for a second, buddy.
Okay.
Maybe on an 8-foot rim.
Indeed. Hey, Annie Masterson says that Toxic Man Flu got a magical delivery.
He's got the thing, and he is not here to show it to everybody. We need him here to show the thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure when he's planning on doing that, but yeah.
Is AIDS the special delivery that he got?
Yes.
What?
It's
Yes.
AIDS.
No,
AIDS.
no.
Oh, it's Hobo Gandalf with AIDS.
No, that's also not true. Everybody calm down. All right. Don't we have something to talk about?
Go grab another
Never
beer.
mind.
bud.
Would have been a hilariously sexist joke.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, say it.
Oh, just what do you think we are, women? As Belle's down in the lower corner. Sorry, Belle.
She's
It was
fine.
a joke.
By the way, everybody say hi to Belle. Nobody gives Belle love. Send Belle love. Love Belle.
Belle's muted. She's not saying anything.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You know what? The only good woman. I can't say that.
Just as my joke, right? Speaking of sexist, did you guys see that Richard Dreyfuss
he
said some
made,
pretty base shit over the weekend?
he made everybody mad.
What did he say?
Oh, stuff we can't say on YouTube.
Yeah, no, they won't be happy about most of it. Wow, there it is. Oh,
He said something about transmissions in children.
yeah.
Ah.
And apparently, I'm gonna try and find the article because they don't say what he said specifically. I mean, they kind of highlight some stuff. Apparently, Dreyfuss went out on stage wearing a dress, and then it was playing Taylor Swift.
Is she pregnant? That's a rumor.
Who, Taylor Swift? I
Yeah.
don't fucking care.
She's turning into the round mound of rebound.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah, apparently he said some stuff. This happened in a Massachusetts theater, and apparently people got angry with what he said, which was basically not conforming to the regressive leftist ideology. And yeah, he was talking shit about the diversity and inclusion stuff for the Oscars. He was lampooning that. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
It also looks like he was talking about them taking civics out of high
he
school.
also talked about that too, which is also true. Yeah, I mean, he said some pretty base shit.
Good for him.
I had no idea. This is like the... Go ahead.
I don't think he's, been going that way for most of the time that we've been watching him, but maybe something flipped the switch in him.
I don't know. Maybe he's had enough. Maybe he's tired of pretending.
Having a Kerry Smith moment.
Maybe.
Well, hey, it's not bad. Look, the fact that he came out in a dress just means that, he's comfortable.
Well, I think
that was a joke.
That was a joke, yeah.
Because he immediately took it off after dancing and put on a jacket, it said.
Yeah.
So was it like a quick release thing where he could pull it off? And
I have no idea. But apparently in May of 2023, he basically was on PBS commenting about the whole thing with the Academy Awards inclusion rulings. It says that they make me vomit. No one should be telling me as an artist that I have to give in to at least most current ideas of what morality is. What are we risking? We really are risking hurting people's feelings. You can't legislate that, which is true. You should not. You should not legislate shit like this. That's ridiculous. Oh, here's Toxic Man Flu. Let me add him to the mix.
You could have added him own self.
Where was I? Okay. Yeah. So basically, in a nutshell,
could you make it smaller?
Oh my God!
You can't read that?
Holy crap!
The audience,
Stop being a bitch.
They might
There's
be on
a new
their phone.
teleprompter widget.
Yes,
I know.
there
I
is.
love that. Yeah, I'm gonna be using it. Which watch out, audience! I might put scripts together.
Under a new countdown app to enhance your stream. A countdown widget on a stream amps up anticipation and engagement by usually taking away the time until an event product launches. That's crap.
That's basically what we already been doing.
Yeah, we already do that.
Customizable digital clock.
That's for you.
I mean,
yes.
We could put the countdown on 2 hours and then everybody gets real excited for when we end.
That's actually true.
It's coming. They're gonna be done.
They're gonna shut up.
You have to let life be life. And I'm sorry, I don't think there is a minority or majority in the country that has to be catered to like that. This is an art form, which it is. It's an art form, also a form of commerce, and it makes money. But it's an art, 100%. And that's kind of the issue that we're running into, is the fact that they commoditized art, and it's no longer art at that point. And no one should be telling me as an artist that I have to give into the latest, most current idea of what morality is. Yeah, that's 100% true.
But really, you have to give a little bit. Give a little bit of your love,
to me.
Okay. Indeed.
Give a little bit.
What is up with all the Glenn Powell stuff on the right side of the page?
Well, okay, he is the new fun boy for Hollywood. He's the guy they're trying to pump up because, he's hanging out with Sydney Sweeney and she's hot.
Well, I mean, has he been participating in the Sing and Swallow Boys Choir in Hollywood?
No. He actually is moving away from Hollywood. In fact, he's probably like packing the van up right now. He's going back to Texas. But
good for him.
Yeah, no.
Just don't bring your bullshit politics here.
I don't think he has those politics. But Sydney Sweeney and he are the partners for future rom-coms and things like that. So,
Gay.
Go ahead.
Gay.
What now?
Rom-coms are gay.
Is that why you watch
a
them
monster
so often?
movie? You know what? Sydney Sweeney versus Godzilla. That's what I want to see.
I'm going to call Mrs. Flew and find out how many rom-coms you've seen recently.
Not that many.
I'm pretty sure he's
not that many.
Well, wait. Would you consider The Mummy a rom-com or an action
indeed.
comedy?
No. Well, yes, all of those things. Well, it's like, okay, so Kathleen Turner and the Russell kid did a thing called Romancing the Stone, and then a sequel called
Romancing the Bone.
That was a great porno. We should do an entire series on parody pornos.
I think
it worked out for Wes Moody. I tell you that.
Wes did some unfortunate things like not editing out nipple.
Oh no, that wasn't a nipple. That was a full-on dong. What?
You're not helping.
Well, there's no bringing back the original channel. He's already had another and gone.
By the way, that was my favorite channel ever, just so you know.
It's pretty funny. I missed the last South Park special. Sorry, the one about OnlyFans. I started watching that one. Oh my god, it's so fucking hilarious. Randy goes on OnlyFans. Like half the episode, his dick is out. It's pretty fucking ridiculous.
Can I ask you how you missed that?
God. I didn't watch it. I watched it till recently today.
Did you see the Lizzo? Is that the one that Lizzo did the response on?
No, that's the new one that came out last week.
Wait a minute. How did you not watch that when you were required to watch that to cover the stuff that was going on with the fizzy lifting drink?
I didn't have a copy of it at the time.
Wow, you suck.
What? It's well established that comics does minimal effort.
Oh, I know.
That's not true. It's not entirely true. It depends on what it is.
That's true. When it comes to being a male escort, you are top notch.
I
in a mood. I was in the garage all day. Sorry, I'm late.
So was I.
I was going to argue. Yeah, well, I was in the greenhouse.
I'm old and broken. You're not.
I was in the greenhouse for a considerable period of the day.
Did it fall down?
No, it's fine.
Yes.
No,
yeah.
Dude, we have so much, like, by the way, the boss made fresh salsa. Why? Because our pepper plants are going bananas right now. The tomatoes are out of the freaking...
Because you make sweet love to the pepper plants.
Hey, look, and the
culture
onions,
goes out.
We harvested all the onions.
Hey, baby, you're so spicy. Why don't you grow for me? You know you want this.
I like what Brick does from Borderlands. Grow! He just yells at the plants to grow.
Grow at it! Grow!
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, those plants are growing. Not only that, I have a family member who decided I was going to grow other things.
Oh, indeed.
Like marijuana?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
so,
and apparently I can like put a lot of those in that place. So
speaking of marijuana, you guys can't just wait until we launch the E&K hats.
Oh, by the way,
they are awesome.
By the way,
what does that have to do with marijuana?
A lot.
Because
they're
I was
made from him
high when we did it.
Yeah. No. By the way, my website's going to show up at some point, right, Tox?
Yeah, as soon as you join me and tell me what you want.
Oh my God.
Anyway, got super chats. Mikey B for $1.99 says, "Comics, you're always true on F&T. Thanks for your input on
Thank
issues."
you.
Well, thank you.
And thanks
you.
for being
was
here.
a first ever super chat on a
It
live
was.
stream.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, yeah.
Yes, it was.
Oh, wait.
Mikey B.
Okay. We have to do something for that.
Yeah,
We do.
We do.
What is
Yeah.
the scary blue thing?
Yeah, play that.
No,
Yeah, play
We're not
that.
playing
That's
that?
perfect. No, that's perfect for that
No,
situation.
we're gonna do
No, FNT is Gary.
Cottage
so you
cheese?
gotta, yes,
No, we're not
cottage
doing
cheese
that.
also.
No.
All of that's good for Gary. Play that.
That's good for what?
Gary, that's
Here,
his thing.
I'll
Yeah,
just
but-
play this.
You
Gary's
guys
trying to-
featured. And
We're
that's
trying to
all.
do what's good for us, and that's to keep people here, not
here and watching? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I upload the
What
the
happened?
culture thing here?
There is no culture thing.
No, there's this.
Don't play that. If you don't play the
I can't handle the penis. There you go.
if you don't play the Gary Blue thing, you are not playing me tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta get this. This is funny. So Ian K comics. Why did you steal my name?
He didn't steal it. He's been Ian K forever.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
Never
You guys are
in
great.
this world. That's
You know,
fantastic.
we've got current year with Ian K. As you get launching into doing those and stuff, and we're working on all that stuff now.
Yeah.
We need to have Ian then do a counterpoint commentary called The Real Deal with the real Ian K. I think that would be cool.
You're just playing off of my thing. Here's the thing.
Indeed.
Here's the
Razor
thing.
Burn for
Here's the deal.
$5. By the way,
Oh,
great
I love
avatar.
that.
Nice.
Skinny puppy,
Maha's
thrill
fan.
kill cult, KMFDM. Yes, this is our kind of people right here. Right
Yeah.
here.
All right,
Okay, sorry.
comics. I know you are our front 242 fan. I am. I saw your Headhunter
Not
shirt
gay.
on F&T. Are you a Rivet head? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I am very much so. Fan of Skin and Puppy, yes. Thrill Kill Cult, yes.
Thrill
KMFDM,
kill
yes.
cult.
I've actually
America's
seen Skinny Puppy
most dangerous
live
cult.
twice. I've seen KMFDM live once, and sadly, I've never managed to catch a Thrill Kill Cult show.
What?
Yeah. I mean, I can't tell you the last time they came to San Antonio. So
Dude. Oh
The
my
only
gosh.
thing I go see is live blues.
What?
yes.
So like, okay, so in Del Mar there was a club that would play like a lot of this stuff as well, but there was a great
Del Mar?
Scottsdale club that would do it too.
Well, there's a club in Austin called Elysium, which
Yeah.
does a lot of good kind of like
Elysium?
industrial EDM shows. Or
Is it-
EBM, I should say, not
Yeah.
EDM, EBM.
Wasn't much of that kind of scene in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
There was a rock scene and all that stuff, but yeah. I'd have to watch out for the rednecks because I'd get into the bar and I wouldn't be wearing the right kind of hat. And that would be a problem. So
Yeah, it was funny because the
I mean,
first
like this one.
the first time I saw
Yes.
KMFDM,
Actually,
I saw them with
here-
Ministry.
Here's a weird
Ministry.
thing.
good
Oh yeah,
It was a
I've
good
seen
show.
them.
Yeah, Ministry's great, and so is the cult. But anyway, so Brahma. Nowadays, there's a decent chance that a lot of those people would wear those MAGA hats, bro, because it's like we were anti-establishment, right? The establishment is kicking us in the nuts, and the music industry is bullshit. So fuck them all.
Yep.
Yeah, something like that.
Frontline
Hey, it's
Assembly.
Yes,
That's I'm a pretty
I-
big Frontline Assembly fan as
and
well.
I actually still have that concert T-shirt. So yeah.
Yeah.
Ministry, yeah.
The funny thing is, I've never actually seen Frontline Assembly live, but I saw several members touring with Ogre when he was doing his solo stuff in Austin. I think one of the guys from KMFDM was there as well.
Ministry, Testament, Megadeth, and Judas Priest.
Nice.
That was a really good lineup. And Judas Priest, so good in concert. But a friend of mine, friends I went, we went down and decided to do the mosh pit and all that stuff. And I hear this, we're watching Ministry, and we hear this guy go, "Hey, he's pissing on your leg." We look down, and some guy's whizzing on this guy's leg. Like, oh my God. So security gets and grab him, right? Start lifting him out. He's still whizzing. and everybody's diving out of the
Just
way.
spraying.
Oh, it's spraying everywhere. Yeah. Oh man, he was so baked. It was. That's what I. Yeah. Ministry, great tunes. Took the piss out of that guy.
Oh my gosh.
I have not seen Neubauten, but a good friend of mine has seen them quite a bit.
Neubauten.
Yeah, Neubauten.
Becca J. Yeah, you're right. Oh my God, the piss.
Oh my God, the piss. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Good story.
I've never said that.
I mean, my only real entertaining story from a concert was that, it was during the Ministry KMFDM show. I was in the pit and I got clotheslined. Yeah, that's like my most interesting story.
Wait a second.
From a show.
There was somebody in a mosh pit short enough to clothesline you.
Oh, well,
There it is, sorry.
Actually, they clotheslined him with their penis.
Oh, that's good. That's
Wow.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
That's it. That was really funny.
I know.
That made me laugh.
If you say so.
What?
Yeah.
We got another super chat. We have not even made it to subject matter yet. This
I
is
know.
amazing.
Well, we kind of mentioned
It's
some
the
stuff.
real Ian K.
Yeah.
And a rumble rant.
Yes.
Yo, Oprah.
Ian K for $5. That's funny.
gonna be great.
I
It's so
recently
surreal.
discovered a band called Poor Man's Poison. You guys,
you might too. Might into it too.
Poor Man's Poison. Let me go check that out.
Oh shit! It's legalized adulthood. I didn't load up the thing on here. God,
You need
crap.
to okay, calm
load
down.
it up real
I
quick.
gotta go find it.
You know what? Learn how to
how
manage
to
your
what?
loads.
I
Learn how to manage your
will
loads.
delay reading his super chat until you give me the
yes.
thumbs up to
I gotta find
do
it.
it.
Where the hell did I do it?
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, any other thoughts on Richard Dreyfuss basically just talking about how stupid the progressive nonsense is?
No, but I think Randall's right. You fucking hate member chats. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm gonna get to it, Randall. Jesus Christ!
I mean,
Calm your tits, buddy.
Ultimately, it'll get dismissed as you're a fossil of Hollywood and nobody will pay attention.
No,
Well,
no.
It's an
Dude,
important thing to
he's-
be said.
Yes, except that he made like 5 of the best movies ever. So.
Yeah, but he's a fossil in Hollywood now.
Fuck fossils. Wait, that didn't sound good.
That's basically what the millennials are going to say. And Gen
Well,
Z. They
yeah.
don't care.
It just was sort of like, okay,
They're the
you
ones
know,
writing
success,
stuff now.
You've made it. You've got.
Sorry.
I was like, what the fuck is that?
I don't know, but it was amazing.
All
More
right.
of that.
This is also from Ian K. He says, Congressman, I better get one of those hots for free.
He corrected it to hats.
Oh, hats.
Hats. Hey, you know what?
Next
So-
line down, he corrected it to
Oh, okay.
hats.
Yeah,
He
some of the
just
hats,
missed
I just
it.
want to say, some of the hats coming out are incredible.
Yeah.
My hat is classic. And and then I've got a new leather hat coming in hard. It's a billboard hat with the new design for the playing cards that were designed by Jaffa.
You do?
It's gonna
Okay.
it's coming out.
Oh,
It's
you know
gonna
what?
be
I just
it'll
bought.
it'll be on my website if it ever gets launched.
So it's leather, so it can go with the rest of your bondage.
Again,
Yes.
you have to give me the images to create the website.
Maybe we should talk about this when we're not live.
We should talk about this offline.
Yeah.
No, this was the perfect time to talk about it.
Randall, who is celebrating 16 months. Wow, Randall, that's impressive.
16 months?
Yeah.
That's loving you long time.
Indeed.
Loving you
So, now that
is
Furiosa-
easy because you're very
you-
tiny. Do-do-do-do-do.
So now that
I'm not
Furiosa,
hitting that
the
note.
angry warrior bitch has flopped, what's next to flop? Inside Out 2 or something else?
Oh.
DP3 will probably do 800 to
Look.
850 million.
Everything's going to flop up until Deadpool and
The
Wolverine.
the most important stuff that you see regularly if you cruise the internet's DP. But if you get DP3, that's a whole other ball game.
It's a lot of holes being filled.
I'm just saying.
It's a white chick sitting on a couch.
Indeed. Were you able to get the thing loaded?
Yeah,
Fox?
I'm doing it now.
Okay.
There's also a rumble rant.
Okay. I'll
Get to
get that
the
out.
Pinochet.
Rumble rant.
Yeah, go crumble.
Oh, from Pinochet. I'm going to go grab that.
Hey, I know that guy.
I know.
Hi, Pinochet.
He shows up here on occasion.
Oh,
yeah.
hey, you know what's interesting is YouTube hates me.
YouTube hates everybody.
No, but they really hate me.
They really hate everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
I make them money, and these trucker mothers.
It's not about the money. It's about the ideology.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Yeah. Pinochet's helicopter tours for $5 over on the Rumble sign. sorry, the Green Machine. This Memorial Day, I want to shout out my grandfather who was in the Navy watching radar while Japanese Zeros circled his destroyer. His destroyer even reduced a Navy pilot who rescued a Navy pilot who was from the same city.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Reducing the Navy pilot.
Sorry.
Much different thing.
Yeah.
He didn't reduce him. No, I think.
Reduced him. Yes. But yes, happy Memorial Day. It is always important to remember those who have sacrificed their lives for this country. So hopefully everybody thought about that today.
Yeah.
This is Memorial Day.
And inebriated Plutarch, I'm going to say this. If you want DP3 to be good, you better cast Kenzie Taylor. Yeah.
Well, it's already shot, so.
DP3? Yeah. How would you know? You inside on the adult industry now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
DP3 will underperform. What do you guys think on that? Do you think it will?
I don't know what underperforming is for that movie. I mean, if it gets anywhere close to $1 billion, that's overperforming for every R-rated movie ever.
Well, no, actually, because of the extreme budget conditions that film has experienced, there is no way that it doesn't break even until $1 billion at this point.
Right.
So, decent chance it will underperform because I think it's going to end up in the upper echelons of a Guardians of the Galaxy film. I don't think it crosses $1 billion. I'm going to stick to that, and if I'm wrong, it's fine. But I'm going to see it and I'm going to review it. It'll probably be good, but I don't think it's going to get the numbers it needs.
Well, I mean, right now,
what is DP3 again?
Deadpool 3.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah,
okay.
It's not really DPing 3 because they've already said it's not DPing 3.
Yeah,
they're actually in talks to do a Deadpool 3. This is a separate thing.
This is
Oh, okay. So this is actually a separate thing. Okay.
Yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine is separate from the rest of the Deadpool timeline.
Okay.
Which will get Ryan.
I mean, it is in the timeline, but they are still planning a Deadpool 3.
I didn't realize that. I thought that this was actually Deadpool 3. Okay.
No.
It started out that way.
Okay.
Well, a little bit, but they actually want to have DP3, and so do a lot of people that are in the adult industry. So there you go.
Mm. Real quick, got some more Rumble rants and super chats. Let me get them real quick. Well, we
oh my god,
kill time for
that
Tox
was the lowest
video.
key amazing joke ever. Tox, you know what? I'm going to send you money. How do I do that?
Okay, Razorberg for $5. Comics, you are now my brother in industrial. 100%. You, me, and George the Giant Slayer are huge fans of Skinny Puppy.
What about me?
Hobo Gandalf?
You just like
Speaking
whatever
of,
gets brought up on stream.
I'm going to do an unboxing of Hobo Gandalf. We're going to do a big production.
Tonight.
It's going to be the best middle school production you've ever seen.
Yes.
Good, because we need to do that tonight. Because I told the talented Andy Masterson it might happen tonight.
Why do you keep telling him shit? Why do you keep telling people anything?
Okay.
You don't tell me.
That makes it more
Look
fun.
at that. And now he's got upset and he ran off.
Yes.
probably the
Pinochet's
text he
helicopter
got.
tours for $5. Second shout out to the men and women who came before me and made the ultimate sacrifice. 07.
That's a salute.
Okay. Only the dead are safe. Only the dead have seen the end of the war. Possibly Pluto. Or George Santana.
That would be Plato, because Pluto's.
I don't know why I said Pluto.
Used to be a planet.
Yeah,
Pluto's
it was
a dog.
Plato.
And or like a thing in Greek mythology.
Have I mentioned lately that I'm retarded? So yeah.
You don't have to mention.
That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Sean 487 says, shout out to my uncle Lawrence Rye, who gave his life over Europe, and the 155 members of my extended family who also lost their lives from Boer War to Korea.
Wow.
My country, Canada, shows
disrespect.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
You wear the poppies, baby.
Yeah.
That's what you see, those poppies on the British and Canadian TV. That's what they're doing, is remembering that. But yeah.
My grandmother's brother, actually, he lost his life in World War II as well. So I want to say he was a pilot. I think he was shot down. Honestly, I don't remember. But
I do not have any immediate family members who have died in war. They have been in war in combat and made it back home. So, been very fortunate.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty fortunate that friends and family that I've known that have gone to the military have all come back safe. So I've been very fortunate in those regards. Mm-hmm. Avigor, celebrating 15 months as a member, says, panel, if you had the capital and clout, produce and cast any dream project, film, show that you've thought about, what would they be?
Okay, so each one of us, could you show that again?
Sure.
All right. So, because Avangor has been a member for a long time, we've met him. He's a great guy. Okay. I just assumed his gender. I'm so sorry. Anyway, if you had the capital and clout to produce and cast any dream projects, films, shows that you thought about, what would they be? Okay. I know what mine is. Okay. Culture?
I have 3, actually.
Okay, so we'll wait for culture to the end. So mine would be to do an actual Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Oh, wow.
I was actually thinking the same thing. I think
you and I have talked about that. That's what we would do. We know what stories we would have, the character types and all that stuff that we would do. And they would be 2 different D&D movies. Comics would do one and I would do one. There would be elements that would be the same, but they would be different. And I think that's the greatness of the tabletop experience is that we can love the same thing and our imagination takes us to somewhere different. And I thought this latest D&D film was not bad.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't what I wanted. But
it is not what I would have done, but
yeah.
I thought it was, the magic was good, the story was okay, and the actors were okay in that. And they didn't do some of the stuff I thought they were going to do that would make it bad. So I thought they did a good job with that. But it's not the movie I would have made, so that's what I would do.
I honestly would like to see the original trilogy with Dritz Duorden in it. Basically the one revolving around the gym. I can't remember the first one.
The Drow with Driz.
Yeah. It's I think it was originally called like the Neverwinter. No, not Neverwinter.
Those are in my audiobook. I just listened to them like 6 months ago.
Yeah, I did too. I'm totally blanking what it was called back then. But it's the one where there's the whole thing with the gym, and then there's the second one, where they go to try and liberate the homeland of the dwarf and the group.
Homeland.
And that's the Dark Elf trilogy. Icewind Dale. Thank you. The Icewind Dale trilogy.
That's what you don't want the Dark Elf trilogy. You want the other one.
Well, I mean, that one came first. The Dark Elf trilogy came after, but I would like for them. I mean, if it's
the Dark Elf trilogy was a prequel, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a prequel to Dritz leaving Menzo Bronson. But yeah, I think it would be kind of cool to see. I mean, if I could do it, if I could pull it off, I would do all 6 books. Homeland Sojourn and
that would be a Netflix, Amazon kind of thing.
Yeah. And then lead into the Icewind Dale trilogy. I think that would be badass.
Be
cool. Year 3.
As he takes a sip from his cock mug.
Or do you want me to go first?
Go ahead, because mine's going to be a minute.
All right. So I would do 2, but the one that I would definitely do is go back about 20 years, do the whole Dark Tower series, and have Clint Eastwood at the appropriate age to cast him as the gunslinger.
Ooh.
I don't care who you cast for the rest of it, but I would love to see a full, about 9 movie adaptation of the whole Dark Tower series, starting with the gunslinger with Clint Eastwood as the gunslinger.
Mm-hmm.
And
that
follow
makes sense.
it to the T from the books.
Bell,
even though Stephen King's an ass.
Do you have any dream projects that you'd want to do? Maybe
besides Matthew McConaughey.
We'll have all right, go ahead, Culture.
All right. So first of all, there was an amazing children. So I'm going to do this in children, young adult, and adults. An amazing children's series I would like to create. right? Whether it be Netflix or whatever, as long as I had free reign on it. The Boxcar Children. It was an incredible book series written by a first grade teacher, starting all the way back in 1924. And the series ran on and on and on about the Alden family and the fact that these kids lost their parents at a young age. And basically the older children were in their young teens, ended up like caring for this family, and they lived in a boxcar. That was an amazing series. I think it would be brilliant. And of course, one of those things that give you mysteries and stuff like that. It was kind of Scooby-Doo before Scooby-Doo. And then the second thing I would do, which would be for teens, because you were growing up with the Boxcar Children, you would do the series Half Magic, which talks about some coming-of-age stories about the abilities of magic that are rising around kids as they become teenagers, and how they deal with that, and how, they work out the fact that they are half as powerful because they're not pure magicians. It's an interesting story, and it talks about like a mirror that they look into that allows them to access their full power. It's an interesting thing. And then the third thing for adults and all family ages, to be fair, Buck Rogers. I would like to remake all the serial Buck Rogers in a way that people could easily digest, because not only was it a great television series, I think it would make a great
television series is great
and film project. And I think you would be able to like bring everybody around for something like that. To me, those wholesome projects are great. Selfishly, I just want to make my my dark horror Western, set in a post-apocalyptic world. But I don't get to do that.
You mean the Dark Tower?
No, fuck that.
John, I think it's also referred to as the Crystal Shard trilogy, so I don't think you're wrong on those regards. But I remember back in the day it was called the Icewind Dale trilogy. At least that's what me and my friends called it.
It's kind of weird because he first published the Crystal Shard in '88, and then that was the Icewind Dale trilogy, blah blah blah. But then the Dark Elf trilogy all came out on the same day at the same time in 1990.
Yeah,
all three books. So it's like, he had all these stories written, and he just published them.
His stories really fucking good.
Because he finished the Icewind trilogy on June 5th, 1990, and then on September 1st, the entire Dark Elf trilogy came out. So he's got 39 books.
Yeah,
published one last year.
He's a pretty prolific writer, I would say. Yeah. Let me pop this back up for Nick so he can answer the question.
Hey, Nick.
Don't forget legalize adulthoods thing.
Yeah. So you got it loaded?
Yeah, it's all loaded.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that after this. So if you had the means to do so, what film project or show would you do, Nick?
Wow, I'm surprised we actually haven't been asked a question like that any sooner. Now that I think about it,
it would be. I know exactly what it would be for Nick. It would be after the Metalopolis, the 33rd flavor. That's what it would be.
Metalopolis, the 33rd flavor.
I would do a genuine follow-up sequel to The Rocketeer. Period piece, period time piece, and all. Cliff Secord, of course, had Timothy Dalton. I don't know if I'd have him back as the villain, or if I get another villain. Of course, get Jennifer Connelly back involved. Have maybe once again, this is Dream Worlds here. Obviously, the actor who played Peavy as well. I would have loved a follow up to that. Even though that was such a beautifully done in one movie, I think that is one of the most underrated movies of all time ever. Even though it's gained a great cult following over the years, it's clear that they could have done so much more with it. And The Rocketeer follow up would have definitely been a dream project, and that was a Disney movie at the time. That's when they obviously were on their second wave of when they were actually having
back when they didn't suck.
Yeah, they were on a wave of creativity, whether it was the PG movies or the G movies. They're on their second wave, and The Rocketeer, put that on right now for anyone in chat, or if you've never seen it before, watch it right now.
It's a fun movie.
Of course, it's such a fun, heartfelt, feel good movie, and it's just got the greatest traditional
Connelly.
heroism you could ever see. You watch it, it's just like, it's so fun. Thank you, Davina. Yeah, it's very wholesome. It really is.
It is. Yeah.
It's so good. So please,
it's about good versus evil, which we don't see anymore. They're actively trying to erase that from Hollywood, which is unfortunate.
I don't know. My thoughts about Jennifer Connelly were not that wholesome at the time.
I'm sure they weren't. All right, wrong one. There we go.
Got a rise out of that one.
Legalized adulthood for $20. Furiosa Femiosa. All your Hollywood is gay now and broke.
Gay.
Yeah.
Hey. They're very broke.
How you doing? Bitches leave.
Gee, Poppy. Bye.
Talk about a great line from a movie.
It is.
Oh, bitches leave.
Bitches leave.
That's how I did. Now I need to reface like comics and culture's faces on the two women.
No, you
dude,
don't.
He was like one of the best villains too.
Oh, he was.
Yeah. Red is great in every role he's ever in.
Yeah, I just love when they basically book him. He spits the blood on the paperwork. It's like fucking great. Oh,
I just wish he had followed it up. Bitches,
Chat's like, now I want to see
get my
RoboCop.
foot in your ass.
Yeah.
Also, legalized adulthood for $2 says Pops was a WW2 Navy and Korea Army vet. RIP 2021.
Yes.
Sorry for your loss, sir.
Yes.
2021 is way too soon.
Well, I mean, based on the wars he was in, I would say that was a good long life.
Well, yeah, it was
a full life, of course.
Yeah, but still. Raise Burns for $2 says to Culture Casino. Do you fear for your child?
I'm good.
You know it's from TKK, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Do you fear for your child? Anyway,
you're gonna make me angry. You wouldn't.
So,
make me angry.
SFXF314 Sabretooth Raptor. It's his birthday.
Yeah.
And I know that we
Happy
all want
birthday,
to sing
dude.
for him.
oh my God, no.
No.
He already said happy birthday.
There's
no reason to sing.
There's 421 people here. Let's
Merry
not.
birthday.
None of them want to hear this.
No.
Okay.
No, not one single one.
Okay, chat. I will put up a poll. Do you want to see the Gary Cottage cheese clip, or do you want to hear us sing "Happy Birthday"?
Oh,
wow!
What a choice that would be.
While you're at it, why don't you put in the poll? Would you rather shoot your testicles off, or
I'd rather staple my balls to my office chair?
Yeah, I mean,
no.
Or third option.
Is there a less painful option here, Tox?
Third option, Christopher Walken does happy birthday.
Legalized adulthood's Pop
that.
got to 93 years old. Wow.
Long life. Yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's incredible.
Lives full with challenge and hardship and adversity usually end up being very sad.
Reticent voice. I'll leave if you start singing. I can't say I blame you.
What? Reticent voice, you'll leave? Oh, come on. That's no
If
fun.
you haven't heard us sing, you don't know.
Chantum, joke's on you.
We've
I
all
don't
heard
have
you sing,
balls.
That's right. Our Chantum is a lady.
That's funny.
Hey.
Jokes
We
on
had a
you.
Rumble rant as well.
I like your Rumble rants.
Oh, okay. Let me get that one.
Oh
from
my
Sean.
God. Agmar wants, don't do this.
Oh,
Do not do this to yourself.
This is.
Would rather watch The Dial of Destiny on repeat than either one of those two choices. Oh, wow.
I mean, to be fair.
I'd say that it hurts, but I agree with you. So
love.
Well, I mean, at least the brain damage will be, like I say, temporary but painless. We're watching watching the cottage cheese thing and us singing, it would be painful.
And Matthew's like, please, for the love of God, sing.
No.
However, I am kind of curious about Rama singing as Christopher Walken "Happy Birthday."
I spent a lot of time on that clip.
I actually like my life.
And it was a complete waste of time.
No, it wasn't.
Sean over on the Rumble side for $10 says Dream remake Star Wars edit the horrible Disney adding scenes by AI to show a lot of plot for Rey to take over as an undercover Sith. As she becomes Emperor, she is a vampire, like drawing the Force from the Jedi.
The world is a vampire.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, did anybody go see this Furiosa movie? I heard it was pretty bad.
Yep.
Sorry.
So now that you've seen it, Brahma, what are your thoughts on it?
I don't know. It was a movie. The
It's
first
not-
hour.
it's not the worst thing, right?
It
I'd
really
rather
isn't the worst thing.
It's
I mean,
just- it's fucking
it's not
boring.
even really that bad of a movie. I mean, the first hour is kind of ridiculous and
Terrible.
stupid.
Yeah.
The main action sequence in there was very good.
Yeah.
And then you get to the end that takes 20 minutes for her to make a decision. And it was just like, why? Why are we still doing this? And I don't care if Mad Max had a little tiny cameo in it. What was the point? Why call it a Mad Max? I mean, we didn't need more story of Furiosa. We basically got the story in Fury Road.
Yeah,
and
pretty much.
Who
It's
cares how she got her metal arm? And quite frankly, hanging from a severed limb, or not quite severed, and then having it sever, and her like not even crying out in pain at any point in the movie. That was the only part that was like,
not
the whole girl boss. I mean,
super dumb.
Sure, she's a girl boss, kind of, but I mean, that was the scene where it was like, no, that's just ultra girl boss. I don't even make a noise when I, basically disconnect the top half of my arm from the rest of my arm.
She got severely injured 4 times in this film and didn't make a sound and or react to it.
Right.
Not to mention, you look, the thing everybody's skipping over is the bologna sausage in the first act in the third scene, where we're going to take a time out so we can press heads together to celebrate our lesbianism and frickin' like chase after motorcycles on a horse that is definitely going to kick our ass. But we're going to take 3 minutes to do this weird thing while these motorcycles haul off at high speed. Because I'm going to catch them. And then I'm going to shoot them like, I don't know, like I'm on I'm in the window of a book depository and magically triangulate the fire from a long distance with wind.
I'm pretty sure we all talked about that Thursday.
Good Lord.
Yeah. The first hour is the worst part of the movie. The second hour where she's on the war rig was pretty fucking
That's
good.
the good part.
It's
act,
the best part of the movie.
Third act is divided in 2, and this is a new thing I'm actually noticing. Third act is like divided in 2. Now, sometimes you have an adult conversation and a kid thing. Sometimes you have a kid thing and an adult thing. This was a dumb thing and a dumb thing in the third act. And you wasted it. The middle of the film is the best part. Everything else sucks ass, and he's not making it up. The last act of the film, for the second to last scene, is 3.5 hours long.
Yeah, the big standoff between the main protagonist and antagonist. It's like 20 minutes of just boring, it's sitting there staring.
Oh, staring?
And conversation.
I mean, no, it's kind of an over-exaggeration.
There's not a ton of conversation, but
most
even
conversations
5 minutes
coming
of
from Hemsworth.
staring is a bit much.
And I don't know what they were thinking with Hemsworth. Let's try to make him look semi-retarded with all the prosthetics. I mean, that may have been your draw for women to go see the movie, is not having Hemsworth under all the prosthetics.
Yes, except that Hemsworth was the best part of the film.
He was, but he also looked ridiculous. What was the point of it?
I don't.
The nose was ridiculous. I agree with Matt.
I heard about
the
how
nose
bad
was
the nose
absolutely
was.
ridiculous. It makes it. I mean, the whole thing. They tried to make Hemsworth unrecognizable when Hemsworth is by far your biggest star in this movie, and a draw for possibly women to go see it to see Hemsworth. I mean,
He's not allowed to outshine
because Anya Taylor-Joy is not bringing in much of anything because she's not attractive.
Old, yeah.
She looks like a fish in a bowl.
Okay.
I just want to say this, Razorburn, before we get to your super chat, and just say that the best album for Front 242 was Front by Front.
Well, then we might as well just bring up the super
I know,
chat
it's like, well,
since you're answering the super chat.
Yeah. All right. So Razorburn says comics as a Front 2 fan, a best LP, and yes, it is official version. LOL. Seriously, your pick. Mine is Tyranny for You.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah. I was runner up would be Front by Front.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Headhunter is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Yeah, but I love Tyranny for You. That is a great fucking album. I had it a long time ago, and I managed to track down a copy again, so I actually have it on CD somewhere. Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, I just wanted to jump there because, like, I mean,
no,
the movie honestly should just not come out. We did not need a movie on a side character whose buzz was mid at best.
Well, I jokingly said about the movie, Nick, it's like Solo. You get the origin of her hairstyle, the grease paint smeared on her forehead, her cybernetic arm.
At least Han Solo is a more notable character. Like, this was a character that you can be at best. If I were to say the nicest thing about Fury Road, it's like, okay, this is a fine character, not a character that needs her own adventure for us to spin off into. At least Han Solo, in a perfect world, if there was a Harrison Ford led movie, that would make some sense. We didn't need this. This is not that character that was to have that buzz to spin off about, especially when they're calling it a Mad Max saga.
The thing was, Fury Road had so much better
I've heard
effects. The practical effects, even the CG that they used was so much better than this. They took steps backwards in this. I'm
not surprised at that.
Because Fury Road did have some great action sequences.
Oh, did.
I wasn't a gigantic fan of the movie, the story, but the action sequences were pretty cool.
There was more practical effects in Fury Road than there was in this because they did lean into a lot of CGI, which you could see. But they
very
still did
clearly.
Yeah. My whole thing is, I said this and I'll say it now. The whole cybernetic arm thing is dumb. Where the fuck do you get a cybernetic arm in the apocalypse?
And why is it running on an airplane engine from a model airplane?
Yeah,
I think it was a weed whacker.
Yeah,
either
way,
with a single cylinder like that. No,
kind of
I
dumb.
don't think so. But
I think this sums it up. So Matthew Marcello says nothing against Furiosa or Dr. Dementis or whatever, but I am not interested in seeing a Wasteland Universe movie. Without freaking Mad Max, plus George Miller brings back Mel, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I mean,
well,
sadly, you won't see old man Mad Max because this movie did poorly. Let me pull up the numbers.
If they were to have done well, let's be real, comics. George Miller doesn't have the balls to work with Mel Gibson again.
No,
I honestly would be more interested in seeing a movie set in the Mad Max world. Not about Furiosa, but just about all the warlords rising and how they got their power and how they're fighting amongst themselves. Which did this partially?
Yeah, yes. A little bit, yeah.
But that would have made a more interesting story than her story watching these two guys go at it, right?
Right. Yeah, if you actually had Chris Hemsworth be the main, character in the movie.
Yeah.
And had him about him fighting Morton Joe. Yeah.
And how did Bartertown come to rise and all these things? I mean, go into the lore of the story, not into a character that nobody gave a crap about.
Yeah.
If you're going to do a prequel, that's where you get your prequel. Go into the lore of what's going on in the wasteland.
But don't you think you want to know where Max Rock and Tansky came from?
Don't we already know where Max came from?
No, but
it was called Mad Max after all.
Yes, but from the very beginning. It doesn't matter. It's just there's a lot that you could dive into in this universe. And I want to see, we've got fucking Old Man Logan. I want to see Old Man Max.
Yeah, I doubt he'd make it. So, 32 million. I thought I only made 28, but yeah, that's
Is that including today's numbers?
Oh, that's including today. Yeah. So Memorial Day. Yeah. So Memorial Day, 32. Yeah. Hollywood is fucking dead. Okay. Hollywood is dead at this point. They screwed themselves. We all know this. We talk about this a lot, and we're seeing it right now with the recent movies that came out. You're seeing it now with Furiosa. We saw it with the Apes movie, and we also saw it with Fall Guy. And sadly, Fall Guy, in my opinion, is the superior film to the three.
Mm-hmm.
But it did poorly, and this sucks.
I think what we're seeing is just an apathy towards Hollywood because
yes,
there were good little action movies that have come out recently. You said Fall Guy, Ungentlemanly Warfare, whatever that one was called. I mean, that was not a horrible movie. It was enjoyable. I had no problem watching through it. There's been quite a few movies. Boy Murders World came out. Also another pretty good little action movie. But nobody's going to spend their money on the good little movie. They'll wait for it for streaming. Hollywood screwed themselves.
That's another topic of conversation that you're hitting on, Brahma, really well, is how fast they put these things on streaming. There's not this sense of urgency that they have to see this now. Now that people have been aware that they could see these movies in 90 days, in some cases even 60 if they don't do as well. In some cases now even 30 days. There's no incentive to feel like, oh man, I really missed out. I gotta wait a whole other year for that. Like, I'm not saying all of them have to be a year, but it's clear that 3 months, 1 month is not cutting it. They need to make these things feel like there's a sense of urgency to see it. There's not. And I don't blame people. Even if you took out I'm sick of all the bad movies, anyone who thinks about it for more than a minute, they're going to realize, well, I can just see it on streaming. Especially when they saw the day and date pattern that was happening a lot. And I blame Warner Bros. For that because that was a terrible model. And they're paying the price for that as well. Because now they're saying we should just push these movies back because, well, there's realizing, oh man, now that people got in the habit of just seeing on streaming, now they've become a lot more reliant on them because you got them in the habit. And it's clear that the streaming isn't bringing you any money on top of it as well. So this is just all around a lose-lose situation.
Well, Hollywood lost sight. Sorry. So I want to point out one thing. Furiosa is not making money, yet they have it above their expectations curve. They're trying very hard to get this movie up there. And Hollywood did not back Fall Guy the way that they backed other movies.
That's true.
And it was a much better movie. And that's out of spite. All right. The people that are in there now are children. Their mentality is childish. They are there for spite.
Yet
you don't have too many people in our Hollywood. There's no adults anymore.
Yeah.
And stuff in there. But I did want to say, with streaming, Hollywood, they thought that it was going to be just like VHS and DVD, that everyone was going to buy them. They're going to have all this stuff and everything. It is not the same.
Nope.
And they did this to themselves.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not the same to have a digital product as it is to have something physically in my hand. Yeah. And that's what retailers and all this stuff, they're missing. The reason we want the 4K, the reason we want all this stuff, and the reason people will spend the money to buy the physical media is I want something in my hands. I own it. Ownership is important.
And they just validated the market for that talks after
100%.
we saw how they happen when they are altering stuff. All they do is make physical media now have a reason to have a longer lasting presence in our world, which is like, wow, okay, you guys just screwed the pooch with that one because people are catching on that.
Right.
And on top of it, when you have something people actually want, like even though I didn't see it, but I'm aware of how well Oppenheimer did on Blu-ray DVD sales, it did freaking booming.
Oppenheimer's a good story. Right,
I still haven't seen it. I need to.
And
Real quick,
now Walmart's going to get onto this stuff.
I want to get
squeeze the money out of them
from listless receptions. Apes do poorly. I'm going to go with
money
yes.
back yet.
Yeah, because right now, if you take a look at it, it's hovering at 300 million. Its budget is 160 million. So
the reported budget.
Yeah, fair point. That's the reported budget. So I'm going to go with no. It's not doing well.
It still needed about another 200 million.
Yeah, it has another 200 million to go. Honestly, in my opinion, by now, if it was doing well, and if you take a look down at the very bottom, in my opinion, this movie will be in week 3 now. Weekend 3 should be 500 million.
Right.
It's almost a full month. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
But-
I do not see it making its money back.
I think it's going to do at best 400, but that's a thing. They're still 100 short of
I think
breaking
400 if they're lucky.
I think the overseas is going to really bring it over, but they're not going to do 500. That's for certain.
Yeah.
But let's venture into normie land real quick. I mean, Tox and Nick, the conversation you guys were having.
I'm surrounded by normies all the time. So
Normie land is looking at it going, I can purchase a streaming service for $15.99 a month, $18.99 a month, and I get 10, 15 movies coming out this year that I'm still only paying that amount for to see all of them, versus the physical copies where I'm paying $20, $25 for the physical copy. They're not going to go buy 10, 15 physical copies because they can already see all these things.
Yeah.
Normie land says, well, I've already got access to it. Our side says we want to have the physical media.
I would challenge it because if... Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm just saying, I mean, the way that they screwed themselves was instead of getting $20, $25 for each of those movies when they come out, you're getting the $14.99 or $18.99 for everything that you have. Right?
I think they overreacted to YouTube in that way, but the other thing is they were expecting people who buy the DVDs usually watch them a lot. I mean, I've seen the Lord of the Rings films like 10, 12 times, right? So I've got 10 movies that are going to come out this year that I'm going to buy. You know, Godzilla -1 or whatever. Actually, for me, there's one movie I'm going to buy, right? So I buy those 10, and I have them forever, and I can watch them 5 years from now, and I still. So let's say I paid $20 each, paid $200, okay, and for each one of those 10 films, I can watch them all 5 years from now. I only spent $200 5 years ago. On the streaming service, I will have spent $15 each for 3 to 4 different streaming services to get the movies that I wanted because they're on different streaming services because of different deals. So let's just be kind and say I'm paying $45 a month for streaming service. That means I am spending $500 a year on streaming service. 5 years from now, I will have spent $2,500 on the streaming service to continue to be able to watch those 10 films whenever I want. Right now, I do get the new movies that come out in the next year. All right, but the same thing applies. 5 years from now, if I don't have that streaming service, or the streaming service says we're moving this, like Amazon does all the time, I don't get to watch it anymore. Okay, that's what Hollywood was looking at. Was instead of, they weren't looking at the immediate thing, they were looking at 3, 4, 5 years down the road. I'm continuing to get monthly subscriptions out of this for people to watch the same movies that are popular instead of that one-time sale. And it hasn't proven to be true.
Well, because you also have, okay, nothing's coming from Netflix. I'll just turn it off for 3 months and then reactivate it for a month. Catch up on everything.
When they want to catch up on
have Amazon Prime on in the meantime for a month, and then have Hulu on for a month. I mean, yeah, people aren't just because they oversaturated the market with all of these streaming.
Well,
companies.
you're talking about shows. We're talking about
shows, movies.
I'm talking about. All right, I'm only talking about movies. All right. Television shows and all that kind of stuff, things from there, like Game of Thrones and stuff and all those things, that's a different story.
Yeah.
Movies specifically, right? That's what I'm talking about. From a normie perspective, if they were out buying these streaming services and having these movies, they would see a lot more money than they're seeing now. I think it's two things. I think Brahma's right, and I think that the normies just aren't turning out and buying the streaming services.
Yeah, there's no reason to go to the theater.
I got a question for you guys. This is something I put in the description. Do you think that we're heading for the Summer Flopbuster 2.0?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, we are.
There's nothing in the pipeline.
There's not much in the pipeline that is like garnering interest buzz. So I in my place of employment, there is a good amount of conversation about entertainment, and especially in the last few months, not since Top Gun Maverick, Spider-Man No Way Home, but in the last few months. So let's just say all of 2024, the conversation has been, oh, well, this will be out on streaming soon. I hear those words a lot. There's no sense of urgency. And then on top of it, even the people who don't say that, they're starting to, normies are starting to now see that everything under the sun is getting a spin-off, a remake, a sequel, a rebootquel, a re-something. And it's just like everything is getting something. There's just this lack of commitment to new ideas. And yes, there are some new things coming out there. However, Hollywood doesn't give attention to those things. They pay very minimal attention because we do have people in our sphere. I obviously know Paulie Latino Slant. I know Chris Gore at Film Threat. Some of those guys pay attention to those things. Sonny's rock fan as well, and that's great. But Hollywood is not giving those things the same type of push that they're giving to these giant mega budget blockbusters. I get why when you spend so much money, you do got to put in the time to market them. And that's on top of another issue we still haven't hit on, the budgets being out of control.
Right.
I mean, have you noticed every problem we all have? There's some overlap in all the problems we're stating, but on top of it, there's a little bit something different. There's clearly a domino effect of issues. Problem on top of problem on top of problem. They've made it so hard for a movie to be considered a success at $500 million. Back in the day, like even just 10 years ago, that would have been considered a milestone accomplishment. Nowadays, that could be a flop for a movie. 500.
Well, my question is, can Hollywood actually make a movie for 20 to 50 million now?
They can't. It's more that they won't. Let's be real here. It's not that they can't. It's just that they won't. Because it's not like they don't have people who can't do it. They'll want to. They want to do everything cheap and lazy and with as little risk as possible. Because, I mean, you're seeing it happen in video games. You're seeing it happen in movies.
Well, Nick, think about this. Do you think that they could do it outside of Hollywood? I don't think they could do it in Hollywood with all those California laws and all that stuff and everything from there. But can Hollywood make a movie outside of Hollywood for $50 million and make something good?
Horror movies, Angel Studios.
Thank you, Bravo.
That's what it is. Because I don't consider that Hollywood, though.
Yeah,
I get what you're
but
saying.
that's where the movies are being made for those amounts.
And the horror genre is very profitable. And in case you're wondering why do the Saw movies keep on coming out, that's exactly why.
Because they make money.
Because they make money and
they make profit.
Look what JG says. Blumhouse is the only studio that can.
Yeah,
he's right.
Even though I don't watch the Saw movies, they have them budget enough
money
that they can just keep pumping them out, and there's still a dedicated enough audience that it balances out, so it doesn't really matter. And on top of it, horror fans are probably one of the most dedicated fans of any genre movie ever. Horror fans love seeing movies in the theater. So you got, whether you like horror genre or not, they are committed to seeing those movies at the theater. Even the youngins who are into horror, they love seeing that. They love the thrill. They love the jump seat moments, all that stuff. Horror.
So I'm gonna agree with
translates best to the silver screen.
So I'm gonna agree with what Nick said. It's a combination of a ton of things. So Brahma's right about the streaming stuff and the normies, and I'm also right about the streaming stuff and the normies. This isn't just one single problem.
No, it's multiple things.
It's multiple things that have come out that have just been bad. And you tie into that this strike, which the actors and the writers shot themselves in the crotch. They skipped their foot and went straight for the gonads on this one.
Straight to the balls.
And then you add in one last thing.
Oh,
it's freaking expensive, and nobody has money right now.
Yeah,
that's another.
Why spend money on movies that are not coming out and being good? Even if it's somewhat good, why am I spending $60 to $100 to take my family to a movie right now when I can wait 4 months or 3 months or a month?
Yeah.
Stan Lee from Beyond the Grave is correct. Saw is the current Nightmare on Elm Street, cheap and profitable.
Yep.
Well, and that's actually the thing. I mean, look, right now, you can't make a movie that you can guarantee has legs for this very reason. Consider the fact that in 2 weeks, Fall Guy was out for people to get digitally and own it.
Theaters didn't make any money off of that film, right?
Yeah. I mean, the extension of the contract. I mean, it's in theaters still. The extension of the contract is still there, but digital is going to pull away a lot of that. There's no prior deal with, a streaming service that I'm aware of, but there may be. And so the fact that it cut theaters off at the knees, that's not a good sign. That means the distributor, the studio, was willing to cough up whatever the penalty was so they could release it digitally because of how poorly it performed, despite the fact that it's not a bad movie, which is irritating.
All right, I got some member chats. Or not just member chats, but also other comments as well.
Okay.
Serrano 2960 just became a member. I'll buy that for $1 level. Thank you for the support. Do appreciate it. Also, Joseph celebrating 10 months as a member.
Hey,
Fantastic.
Joseph, 10 months. What are we going to do for 10 months?
Woo!
Let me see. Gary Blue, cottage cheese.
No. Dukes of Buffalo.
Dukes of Buffalo. I get this FFG clean thing. What is that?
I don't know. What's FG clean?
Oh, that's what it is. He's flipping me off.
I don't blame him. I'll flip you off too. Tina Guzman, celebrating 8 months as a member, says, I always look forward to your streams with the awesome panel and chat. Thanks. Well, thank you.
Thanks for listening. We appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yeah. Also, Agmar WK celebrating. Oh, sorry. It says Godzilla Minus One. Prove that. Yeah. That was
About
made
the
for
lower budget.
Well, that was Japan making the money.
Yeah.
I mean, making the movie, right? Hollywood, they can.
But it showed you people in America will still see a movie.
Yeah.
And what I liked when I saw Godzilla Minus One in my theater, I saw a lot of younger people, and I don't know if it's because a lot of younger people are latching on to a bunch of Japanese media, which is obviously you could probably think stuff like manga for that. I saw a lot of younger people seeing Godzilla Minus One, and it's obviously there's a market for that stuff, the Ultramans, all the kaiju type of stuff, obviously the Dragon Balls of the world. It's clear that the youngins are latching onto the Japanese market.
Were you here when we talked about that movie?
Godzilla Minus One?
I don't know if you were. So I went to the theater with my family. I don't think he was here. So to your point, went to the theater with my family. Okay, so all my boys, everybody went, right? Wife, everything. Sitting next to us, or next to me specifically, I was on the end, was a girl, I'd say she's about 12, 13, and her dad. And we were watching all this stuff, and the boys were talking, oh yeah, this, that, really getting into the movie. And I saw something really cool, and I looked at her, I said, did you see that? All that stuff from there. She's, yeah, so she really got into it. We brought somebody we didn't know into our little thing that was going on with the family there. And she got up and talked to the kids about it and everything. She just loved Godzilla and all that stuff and things from there. And her dad was like, I'm so happy that we came here and sat down next to your family who knows so much. He goes, I know nothing about these films. I said, okay, so you start with this one, and then you go to this and this and that, right? You start going through all the stuff to watch. And he said, watch the Raymond Burr one. That'll get you into it, and then you can watch the rest. And then you can go back and watch the original as an American, right? Right. And stuff from there. But you were right. There were kids in the theater watching it, and it was a good film. Was it stupendous?
Flick. Oh,
it doesn't need to be. That's
it didn't need to be a great.
That's the problem with Hollywood now.
It was Japanese. It was great from that standpoint.
God,
that's kind of the issue. Is it doesn't? Not everything needs to be fucking epic, right?
No,
that's kind of the.
But that movie was for that, and then when you find out it was what $15 million.
I'm talking about. Yeah, I mean, it was epic. It was epic because it was good. It had a good story. I'm talking about like the over the top special effects, all the stuff that we see that we're kind of accustomed coming into Hollywood these days. They're so focused on the set pieces that they forget to tell a story, or they're too busy shoving a message down your throat rather than telling a story. Everything Marvel has done recently could have been good if they just decided to tell a fucking good story, right? Yep. Captain Marvel could have been a good movie, but it wasn't. Why? Because they decided with the first movie to push a message rather than tell a good story, and obviously pick a charismatic lead. That's your second problem.
Charismatic.
Yeah.
With a lot of what Disney, Marvel, and all of that stuff has done, it has taken it to, superheroes are the big thing, right? And to have superheroes, you've got to have an inflated budget to do all the CG and all this stuff. No, that's what Hollywood has taken it to.
That's what they're thinking.
But now that has become, if you have a buddy cop movie, for some reason, you have to spend $275 million on it to have effects that could have been done in the 80s or the 90s with no effects
for the cheap
for $35-50 million and make
that good.
Make the inflated numbers of today on a budget that was much less. Everybody thinks we've got to spend the money that Marvel does to have all these effects, and it's not making them any money anymore. It's not going to make you any money anymore. There are not going to be a lot of $1 billion movies coming out for the next five years. Well, nobody cares anymore. I mean, it is not at the level that it was. And I mean, if you look back at the 80s and 90s, there was nothing near $1 billion. I mean,
your mic is
making $100 million was a very good movie back then. And sure, there's inflation, but
or a James Cameron.
We saw this recent rise of movies that made it to $1 billion. And it was something new, something different that we hadn't seen. It was the superhero movie. It was, the Star Wars returning. It was all that kind of stuff. We're not going to see that again. It's going to be a while before we cycle back to that. They should scale back their productions and go back to doing stuff that is affordable, and they might make money.
Well,
but they are not smart enough to take that lesson and say, yeah, we can make a movie, a buddy cop movie again for $50 million and make money.
I don't think you're ever going to see what you've seen with the MCU again, because we've never had that before.
Yeah.
Okay,
no, everything combining into one.
There have been blockbuster movies before that, right? Star Wars was big, but it wasn't like every year there was one coming out.
Right.
Gone with the Wind, still biggest movie of all time, yada, yada, yada.
Well, you know why it's the biggest movie of all time, right?
Because inflation.
No, because it was the only movie in the theater.
Yeah.
It was the only movie in the theater, and it ran for 2 years.
Yeah, and it ran for an extended period of time. So yes, that's why.
That's how people back then consumed their media.
Right.
Right. So we've gone through that one. That's what everybody how they consume their media. Now they consume it differently.
There's another issue. Even though I watched him on wrestling at WrestleMania, like The Rock still has when it comes to wrestling, but when it comes to movies, him and all the other stars, outside of Keanu Reeves and to a degree Tom Cruise, there's no guys you go to see the movie for the main star. We're lacking rock stars of actors and actresses to say, hey, I want to go see the new Stallone movie, something like that. Back then, even if you knew just one guy was headlining that movie, that alone was incentive to go see, even if it turned out to be okay, because you knew at least the lead actor was going to be delivering a quality part in his role in the movie. We don't have any rock stars. It's pretty much a faceless sea of people just sputtering the message outside of the occasional Keanu Reeves or Tom Cruise flick. Everyone else doesn't bring in the people just to see them.
I don't know what.
So real quick, apparently we're having a mission log raid.
Hey,
what's a mission log?
I don't know what that is, but cool.
I will thank them very much.
Yeah.
You were going to say, Brian?
No, I was going to say I don't know what they're spending the money on. Because if you look at I watch a lot of Japanese, Korean movies and some other Asian stuff. The visual effects and cinematography is streets ahead of this Marvel stuff, and yet they're spending a 10th, a 20th of the money. Where's the money going?
Yeah, well, it's kind of funny because I've been wanting to get to this comment from Frank, and he says the exact same thing. Member for 9 months. Thank you, Frank. Do appreciate it. Says, my question is, where's all the money going? Sounds like money laundering to me. Yeah.
Not on the screen.
that's the thing that's kind of funny about it. I don't know.
Well,
I was thinking about like if the last Indiana Jones movie was made for 90 million, that movie would have been profitable.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. And
well, you can also look at the credits, like Tox has said before. The credits have gotten ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
How many third, fourth, and fifth unit assistants do you need to be paying? How many DEI hires that are there to be part of HR for the movie do you have to pay? I mean, how many assistant directors, how many associate and executive producers does
isn't that why the Daily Wire's making their film in Hungary?
Yeah, it's cheaper.
I'm kind of
and the sets are.
The amount of people who are getting credits in these movies is insane.
I'm hopeful to see that.
You can basically give a producer, an executive producer, a cup of coffee. You get a credit for the movie.
Yeah.
That's
what were you saying,
insane.
Culture?
Nothing important other than I'm kind of hungry right now. But I will say this: we have to realize that credits have extended because it takes so many more people because of the unions. Look, I'm not anti-union. Everybody thinks I'm anti-union, but you took a job.
I am.
You took a job that was a one-person job and turned it into a three-person job, and you did that in all the trades, all the crafts, and everything else. And it's even worse now. So just like video games, you've had this population of people expand despite the fact that you're still delivering the same thing. You didn't need that expansion, which is why major game studios are having massive problems with monetization of their games, and because of the people that they brought in who are not really, contributing in any other way than their radical ideology. Yes, that's the word. You have chaos, and this is happening in the film industry as well, in an entirely different way. But below the line employees are usually like salt of the earth people. Above the line people are the elite kind of knuckleheads.
Right.
Below the line people, still there's too many of them doing electrics and all the other crafts. Because it naturally expanded. IATSE needed more members so they could get more money, so they could wield some political muscle. What's weird is in this latest, and this is something that we're not talking about, but I'll add in, IATSE has actually told people that loanouts will no longer be available in the future.
Really?
If you don't know what a loanout is,
I don't.
It's an LLC that an employee uses to make themselves their own subcontractor to mitigate some of the taxes.
Oh, okay.
So it allows them to work for these productions, and
it was different than what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, so it allows for certain business layoffs, and in this new contract structure, they're letting these people know we're not going to allow these loan outs anymore. Of course, the state of California has been trying to get rid of them for a while because they want everybody to pay the maximum taxes possible. And if you've seen the recent budget shortfall in the state of California, well,
I mean, they're so desperate they're trying to tax people that's not even living there anymore, which is fucking hilarious. We got some more comments. Let me get these real quick. Stanley says Angel is a distributor.
I think they've been actually producing some movies.
I
think Cabrini was actually a Angel Studios production. I think there's been a few.
Correct.
I know Sound of Freedom was one that they bought and distributed.
Right.
But there were other movies that they have been actually producing, I believe. I'm not positive on that.
Yep. Sharon Noble asked, did I watch Shin Godzilla? Sadly, no. I ended up reloading my computer, and then
he's gonna hold you to that. I love it.
I know. No, I'm budgeting time tomorrow to watch it. I also had to go find my stupid DVD player, because like computers don't come standard with them anymore, which is annoying as hell. But yeah, I end up spending a lot of time over the weekend reloading my PC because I wanted to put a bigger drive in it. I was actually supposed to do that 6 months ago. So, but yeah, I will. It will be done. Also, Stitch gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much, Stitch. Also, Jay with the very gay rainbow. Agmar says Hollywood ousted good writers over DEI. Yeah, that's another major issue that we've run into. The reason why everything sucks so badly in Hollywood is because they just can't hire competent writers. This is the issue with DEI. And the other thing too, which is a byproduct of it, is that because of DEI, people who are minorities and women are forever tainted. Are they hired because they're talented, or are they hired because they check a box? That's a problem. That's something that we're seeing in current year, and we're going to continue to see it. The sad thing about it is it really is going to hurt these groups of people, because people are just going to view them as big checkbox. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, that I could go a little bit further into that, but it's a Wednesday topic. But Based AF talked about that tonight. Like, our next moon mission is a person of color and a woman. Are they the most qualified? Who knows?
Should have sent Matt Damon.
But that's what the article about them is, and then you look at the picture of all the support staff for the mission, and it's all white people. So,
Oh, and now they come out. Sally Ride was a lesbian.
No.
What?
Who knew? Yeah,
Ride,
that's the story out now.
Ride,
Sally Ride.
But
yeah,
with
that
the
stuff is going to be what it is. The DE&I stuff is starting to go away, and the reason it's starting to go away is that nobody's making any money.
Well, it's also starting to go away because it puts them in a financially precarious position because of lawsuits, which they're about to get fisted by in the very near future.
But I think that has to do with what you were saying about the unions a little bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the reason we have the unions doing everything is because the reason things are costing so much is because of the unions. But the reason that we have to turn to that is because it's costing so much that you have to go to BlackRock or somebody else to get it funded. So you've got all the investment in video games and movies for these highly inflated, productions. The games or the movies are coming from those investment groups, right? Mm-hmm. So then you have them saying, okay, we're going to fund it. We're going to invest in this movie or this game, but you're going to kind of put in what we want in there. So, I mean, if you scaled everything back and got rid of, some of the union involvement or whatever, maybe you have a reasonable production cost where you don't have to take that investment money and you can bet on yourself instead of having to have investment to get your product to the market.
I have to say, I've got no problem with lesbians in space. Some of my favorite movies have been about that.
It's not lesbians in space. It's a person of color and a woman.
No, we're talking about Sally Ride.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, Sally Ride. Okay.
So it's the plot of Assassin's Creed.
That's right.
I got a crazy conspiracy theory about
non-Asian person of color
about that game, which I'm going to do a video on. It's going to be funny. Real quick, we also have Pinochet's helicopter tours for $5 on the Green Machine side. What is the risk? Crime or downslide in implying all of the Hollywood isn't laundering money? Is there someone who will come to destroy you if you just treat it like it is? Stop asking, just label it. Yeah.
I think we've been saying that for the last year and a half.
Shay, we don't use labels around here. Oh, wait. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We're fine with it. We label all kinds of crap.
Speaking of labels, Eric K. celebrating 16 months as a member says, hey, you beautiful dicks.
I didn't know dicks could be beautiful, but here we are.
All I want to do is ride around Sally.
That's what we say.
Ride around Sally. So what are we going to give for 16 months for Eric K?
Hey, I think cottage cheese.
No.
Stop
it.
Sorry, sir. Doing my best.
There we go. That's it right there.
I'm so disappointed. I gave you the best clip I've ever made, and you don't use it.
For good reason, Culture.
No, there's a lot of reasons for it.
What, this one?
Cock?
Yes.
That one?
Also, Agmar says, another example of DEI. Look at what the Cracker Barrel CEO did. Their stock took a dip, pulled in Alyssa.
Oh, yeah.
What happened with Cracker Barrel?
Yeah, it got Heiner-shited.
She basically came out and said, we're not relevant anymore.
Yeah.
Stock dove.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Look, dumb. See you next Tuesday. Decided to nuke that, which is the same thing that the idiot over at Red Lobster did by allowing the company that bought in to force them to separate the real estate from the restaurants, which is why they had to close 100 restaurants.
Yeah.
You know, it's
they basically said, we're going to now rent back the property that you already own
to you.
Yeah. So you now have overhead on top of the operating cost.
You didn't used to have overhead, but now you do.
But now you do because you got bought out. But the chick from Cracker Barrel, who's been around for 9 months as the CEO, decided to say, we're not relevant anymore.
Yeah.
We need to figure some things out. She said, and I'm parenthetically saying this, we've got a very college frat environment here. No, she didn't really say that, but that's what Heinerscheid did. And it's the same thing, right, Brahma? I mean, it's like, suck it. We suck. I mean, it's like, let's see. We most of our patrons are somewhere between 50 and 90 years old.
That's so true.
But it's also what draws people to our stores because, the old country time setting, that type of food. But we're not relevant anymore. We don't want the money from the people who have money. We want to try to modernize it.
Grandma,
so that we can get the 20-year-old.
Grandma and Grandpa are bringing their family here regularly.
Every freaking Saturday or Sunday. Yeah. I mean, people who go to Cracker Barrel are going on a weekly basis.
Yep.
And they are spending the money on a weekly basis. And they're spending money in their stupid little, gift shop that's part of Cracker Barrel.
Rules, man.
This is what we're seeing in modern entertainment. We've been seeing this with Hasbro and D&D. Hi, paying customer. We don't want you anymore. We want this other group of people over here
that don't care about us.
That is more progressive and aligns with our values. So fuck you and your money. That's basically what these companies are doing. Yeah. Great job. That was dumb. That was super dumb. It's.
I challenge anybody to realize that, the people who came out of business school, the MBAs that are out there now, I challenge them to realize that they actually don't know anything because they didn't get taught anything. A lot of these people got passed through B school. Like if you've ever been to any of these courses, you're like, back in the day, you're presented with like things to study, analyze, and be able to articulate and identify issues if there are some, and a solution to what that would be. None of these people have the ability to critically think and or solve problems. They don't understand the industry that they're in. Oftentimes, they don't take the moments to understand it, and then they react based on what they think is a proper metric for how something should perform. The problem is, if you don't understand an industry, you're going to underreact, overreact, or do everything the other way and create hardship for whatever it is you just became leadership of. This is something that's been happening for the course of the last 20 years, and it's been exacerbated by the fact that none of these people even understand math.
Well, I think one thing that companies are leaning into now, we saw this happen recently with D&D. WizKids released their female warrior figure of the Red Box warrior, who was a dude, because it was painted by Larry Aylmore, and Larry Aylmore has said it was a dude. But the main thing, what they were focusing on, I think a lot of these companies are trying to focus on outrage marketing, where they basically do something intentionally to piss off people because it's a culture war issue.
It doesn't work.
Well, I know, but let me get to that.
Please go.
Sorry. So what they're thinking is, like what we're seeing with Ubisoft right now, is that I think they intentionally did something. These companies are intentionally doing it to go, oh, look at these bigots. You don't want to be a bigot, do you? Buy our product. Doesn't work. These bigots are attacking us. Buy our product. And I'm not going to say it doesn't work. I think it has worked to a certain degree for certain companies. I mean, look at the pre-orders for Assassin's Creed Shadows, and these idiots are fucking paying the north of
By your logic,
$100.
gamers are the most complicit.
Yeah. But the thing is, it will motivate some people. You are right, Culture. In the long run, it doesn't work. But it will motivate some people to go and buy it. Ubisoft is fucked. Massively fucked. Yeah. They've had layoffs, that had a failing game. They're going to have another failing game. They need this to be a smash hit. And I think that this is dumbass marketing 101 is what they're trying to do. This is what I think a lot of companies, we've seen it with Disney. They've leaned into this shit. Oh, we have a black female in it. People aren't going to be happy about something. Call people racist, print money, except they don't print money. It's the same shit we're seeing right now with Ncuti Gatwa and Doctor Who. They literally think that for every individual they lose, they will gain 3 to 5 new viewers, which didn't happen. Granted, you did see a bit of a spike with episode 4.
Yes, but wait. Do you know why?
But not that much.
Because he wasn't there.
Yes, exactly.
I was gonna say, is it because Ncuti Gatwa wasn't in the episode?
He wasn't there.
Or is it they weren't there? I don't know.
No, it doesn't fucking matter. But the thing is it was Gibson. And right, this was a companion episode, right? They happen every once in a while,
right?
And this is that, and it borrowed from other successful episodes and still sucked ass.
I heard basically this episode was the same as the previous episode.
It wasn't. Well, it wasn't exactly.
The doctor goes and steps on something, and something bad happens.
It doesn't matter. He just fucking is gone, which is good for everybody in the audience, and that's why it did better. But look, Moffat sucks. Okay, sorry, he got sucked in by the pressures that were around him, which is why Boom sucked. This episode came back up because the doctor wasn't there. That's how bad the doctor sucks. If you don't have the doctor in the episode, it does better. And look, tomorrow the video I've got coming out at 5 a.m. in retarded clock morning, which is 8 a.m. on the East Coast, and I don't know what it is in the UK. Talks about the ratings and everything that's around this episode. But it's like, you have to understand, this is a popular property, and you haven't seen it on Disney Plus ratings on Samba or Nielsen, despite the fact that the first week was in Nielsen's window and in Samba's window.
Yeah.
What does that fucking tell you about its performance on Disney Plus?
No, it's not doing good.
So it's not doing good there. It sucked ass the first 2 episodes over on because the numbers finally came out for the 7 days plus 4 screens, which is PC, tablet, phone, all that bullshit. But those numbers aren't good. They're below anything else that's ever happened on Doctor Who. This is the lowest ratings of Doctor Who ever.
Yeah, I got them. Let me go pull them up real quick. But yeah, this is it's pretty sad. Despite the fact that they did have a bit of a jump, it's still awful. I mean, because like if you take a look, it's like it barely eked out episode 1. But I am actually surprised that it didn't go below 2 million. Maybe we'll see that with episode 5. Maybe we'll see with 8, but it will go below.
If the doctor, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Was that Boom or 73 yards?
73 yards. That's episode 4.
Okay, I know why it went up because Ncuti wasn't in it very much.
Yeah, that's what everyone's saying. I think they're right. I think they're right.
Cat bones. Dead cat bones. That's as high as that cat will bounce. You can only drop it once as well.
Well, no, I actually, in stock terms, I think you're right. I really do. I think you're right, that 70s rock fan. What I think is interesting about it is that it's going to drop again. And I also believe that the iPlayer numbers... And
dude, they've been low. They've been really fucking low.
Right. But, they've never been more than 15%. I mean, again, people who know have talked to me about this show, and it's never been really high. But you're also going to see the 7 day plus the 4 screens, which is the total accumulation of everything, in a week from now, plus a day, because they don't release the shit fast. We're going to find out that it was actually lower than what you would expect. So I have a feeling that as you cumulatively, good Lord, I can't speak tonight, go through this season.
That's different than any other night.
Shut up. Anyway, you're going to see these numbers continue to dwindle away because there's nothing good here.
Okay. So, Release the McCracken has shown us the movie that will save Hollywood.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, and here it is. Mad Nick Beyond 32 Flavors. This is the movie we need right here.
Maybe I'm a bit biased, but I think that would actually be a movie people would actually want.
It would.
First of all, just for your eyes alone, my friend, ladies would love this.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
I would have entitled it Mad Nick Beyond Furry Road.
Beyond Furry Road.
Dude, I will help you build your steam engine dominating vehicle.
Mad Nick's Pizza.
I would honor Mel Gibson and make a pizzeria out of my dystopian world. It would be great.
If you had a brick oven on your vehicle for pizza, we'd be friends.
There would be a brick oven, and there'd be a beatdown record player. Motorhead would be the soundtrack. Every time someone gets killed, it'd be great.
Well, I mean, it's a post-apocalyptic world in the middle of all the sun and stuff. You don't need any wood or anything to cook the pizza in the oven. You just leave the metal out, and it cooks.
Yeah,
think
but
of all the different kinds of
metal out though. It's
Mad
cool,
Nick's
though.
Dingo Pizza.
And here's the thing: you might be able to get some people because of your pizza oven service to Nourished, unlike Furiosa.
But then there goes the movie, though.
Unlike Furiosa, Mad Max Saga thing, which is the same as Han Solo Suck My Ass thing, which lost money. You'll actually be able to get that obese person in the green place at the very beginning of the fucking movie, which still pisses me off because I'm like, there's no fucking way you're gonna have a person the size of the fucking Hindenburg that's gonna be alive in this post-apocalyptic bullshit. So fuck you.
You know, the funny thing is, I completely missed the obese person.
You suck. You don't watch movies.
What?
He doesn't watch movies.
He doesn't watch movies.
No, he just listens. You listen to him.
He listens to movies?
Yeah.
You do realize I'm blind in one eye and I don't see everything, right?
No.
Dick.
Huh? You're blind?
What's wrong now?
Anyway,
I thought you were just dyslexic.
That's not
Chernobyl says culture writing a cock named Sally.
I did not say that. Stop that.
Wow.
Also, Eric K for $5 says comics has not said fuck you and your money that forcefully says he was a streetwalker.
What's happening? Wait, put that back up on the screen.
Yeah, it's comics saying
now?
fuck me.
Comics has not said fuck you and your money that forcefully says he was a streetwalker.
Hey, look, I saw a video on one of those like cop watch channels where comics was like swinging it pretty good. So, you know.
Huh?
Well,
none of us understand what you just said.
Yeah.
You don't have
what?
to.
I'm pretty sure what culture is saying is he was the John. Anyway,
no. Do I look like Hugh Grant? Fuck you. Okay. God damn.
For $2 on the Green Machine, none of you think this is destruction by design?
Oh, no, we do.
Yeah, a lot of us do.
Yes.
To reset the markets and usher in. Dude, have you not listened to me talk about the Great Reset?
What?
Never heard of it.
Usher in a full stakeholder in a new market reset. Yeah.
All right, look, he has the same problem you do. He doesn't watch a movie.
I'm pretty sure I've made several videos of the Great Reset talking about how they're trying to move things over to stakeholder capitalism, but okay.
Haven't heard one of them.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, didn't you have a channel that almost talked about things once?
Yeah.
Okay. What happened to
Didn't
that?
you?
We're relaunching that.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it's called Current Year with Ian K.
I still don't know who Ian K is.
It's this motherfucker right here.
I thought you were doing a show with somebody else at
No,
first,
it's him.
until I knew you were Ian.
That's his name. His name's Ian K.
That was the joke.
All right, Future Boy for $5 says Furiosa was pretty good. Bearded guy doesn't know what she's talking about. It ain't woke or girl boss.
Wait, it is.
Straight
Actually,
up George Miller post-apocalyptic world.
You're fine, and you can disagree with me, but you know what? Intersectional feminism is front and center at the very beginning.
I would concur with that. Like I've said before, if you skip the first hour and you jump into where she meets up with Praetorian Jack, that next hour is awesome,
dude.
Very good.
So Praetorian Jack,
and then the last 30 minutes of the movie sucks.
No, and that's the thing. This is where Miro fucked up and gave into the machine, right? All he had to do was not give you an hour of bullshit, which look. The first act is crap. Sorry. It's no good. You could have done all of that in the first 10 minutes of the film. And
10,
giving you all
minutes.
given all that suffering, right? And then you could have gone into Dementus and all that other stuff and the things he was doing in the background. You could have gotten to an adult version of Furiosa and gone from there. But look, you have a girl boss at the beginning of the film. It's not Furiosa, it's his fucking mom.
Yeah,
she's
immediately
infallible.
riding off before any man could possibly react. She's gone and chasing them down. Nobody else
on a horse
even starts going. I mean, there's a few guys who run on foot to chase motorcycles. No, the whole first act is absolute crap.
Yeah. So
it was largely pointless. There's a good movie in there, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is.
But
it's Praetorian Jack and Furiosa.
Yeah,
that's your movie.
That would have been a much more entertaining movie, in my opinion, if it was actually just the two of them doing stuff.
At some point, have a flashback where it shows that she lived in a green land for 2-3 minutes. That's all you needed to know. That's what they're after, is the green land that has production of actual materials and everything else, and actual, paradise. That's all you needed. You didn't need an hour of this crap.
And you didn't need the lesbian headbutt for 2 minutes that, the motherfucking dirt bikes were gone.
Don't you think, though, that's a symptom of modern screenwriting where everything
that's going to get clipped and I don't fucking care.
Exposition all the time.
Well, the funny thing about it is there's two movies they could have done, right? They could have had the Praetorian Jack and Furiosa stuff. Like I said, that stuff was great. And what they could have done, which was mentioned, is had a movie where it was just Dementus and Morton Joe,
the warlords,
fucking fighting each other. That would have been badass.
That would be good.
How do all of these things rise up? How does Bartertown rise up? How does the Citadel rise up? How does Gastown rise up, or whatever it was called?
You didn't have to get all that. I understand that would be a great thing. I agree with you. But in that film, the way they introduced the Citadel and Gastown and every Bullet Town and all this other stuff, that made sense, right? Yeah. You could have still done all of that, and then yes, you still have room for another prequel that would explain how everything came together. They don't really give you that. I mean, they lean into it in the very first film, but when you get this far in, do you really want to go that far back? And then at the same time, look, there's dumb in this film all over the place, and it's done for no other reason than you have to do modernity in a film. And I'm sorry, modernity means you're getting intersectional, you're getting woke, you're giving out the message. And
I wouldn't consider the movie woke. I would consider it intersectional, though. I think there is a difference.
Sister getting fruit. Sister, instead of doing the right thing, giving headbutt. But none of this makes sense, right? And maybe that's how they exchange pleasantries, but it doesn't matter. First of all, there's no father in this.
Oh, what a shock!
I mean,
Snow is white.
Sorry. Don't get me started. But it's like look, if you remove about an hour and 10 minutes of this film, you have a good film. If I were going to edit this, none of the bullshit at the beginning would even.
I would
exist.
change the ending. and here's the thing, Fisher Boy. You're allowed to like it, man. There's plenty of things that.
Please don't misunderstand.
Yeah,
I'm not criticizing you or your or your love for this film.
You may watch the film and like it as much as you want, but everyone on the panels thinks that it's shit.
Well,
I wouldn't even say it's shit.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. Okay, good. I want to say it because you guys had some positive things to say about it.
I did.
There was about an hour in there where it was the action. The action set piece was good. It wasn't as good as Fury Road.
Well,
but it was good. They had too much CG.
Yes.
And then it goes to a horrible ending that takes forever. And I would like to be a tree when I die and have people eat my balls as apples.
Well, and that's a lot of balls.
But the apples, I thought they were nectarines.
I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't pay enough attention.
Well, I'm still trying to figure out how the dude was still fucking alive.
Palma apples, but it doesn't matter. It's like Dementis is a great character. Hemsworth delivers probably the best performance in the film, which saved it for me, which gave it an average rating of 5 out of 10. That's what you get when you suck but you have good performances.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Let me get this. Eric K says for $5. Found out last night that Toe Cutter and Morton Joe were the same actor. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talked about. Yeah, we talked about that. Me and Mr. H talked about that in the video I dropped.
No, I remember that from like when that movie came out and completely forgot about that factoid. It says Mad Max and crappy Fury Road, really cool in a movie that sucked. Yeah.
Yeah. I also don't understand what happened to his frickin' nipples.
That was messed up.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense either.
Yeah, why was it? Okay, so nobody can explain why his nipples were attached to whatever was going on there and what happened, right? And like
no reaction to it either.
Yeah, and he needed a minute to collect himself, but it was like
he screamed that his nipples got ripped off. I mean,
I'd have to rewatch it again.
That made any fucking sense.
It just looked like next scene. Hey, my nipples are just bleeding.
Tom says it was woke garbage.
Yes, but was it gay, Tom?
Tom didn't see it.
All right. Well, what?
he said it on Twitter over and over and over that he won't see it. So
and then the feature book goes, he totally grew his nipple back. Yeah, no, both of them. Look, there was some really messed up stuff in here.
Got fucking weird.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of weird things, I know we have memes. For what it's worth.
Let me make sure I've gotten all the comments real quick. What is this for? I guess this is about Furiosa. Film was fine. Same with The Flash. In my honest opinion, people are just bored.
Well, the film was boring. There was an hour of bullshit. An hour and a half of bullshit in this film. Sorry.
It was
cut it down. It might have been a good movie.
Look, if you
not good, acceptable.
Yeah. Oh no. I mean, this again. I put it.
I had that 1 hour that was when she was with Praetorian Jack. That was a lot of fun. The movie was good.
Yeah, but here's the thing about that. Jack. It was a great set piece.
Oh yeah, the War Wagon.
Yep, it was a great set piece, and they didn't go beyond that. The best part of the movie comes in the first hour 30, and then they never do anything beyond that. They don't expand upon that. They don't get better. It's just we had one good action scene that lasted about 30, 40 minutes
exposition
for that whole, portion of the story. But then it just went into nothing.
The first part of the third act, like the first half of the third act, is exposition. And then there was the war.
And they actually label chapters in this movie, which they've done before. So that's not that big of an issue.
No.
But the fact that they blew their wad at the hour 30-minute mark to the hour 50-minute mark, and then you've still got 40 minutes of, all right, nothing happens.
What they should have done is they should have had another climactic battle at the end. And that's what they should have done.
Look, so the penultimate scene, which is the resolution,
second to last,
is that's right. Yeah, sorry. I said a fancy word. I apologize, Brian. But anyway, there's 9 minutes of bullshit in here where you're like, this could be an end. This could be an end. This could be an end. But this is the actual end based on the storytelling.
and then we're gonna go to yet another end.
Yeah, which is
I still don't get why she cut her hair off. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, because intersectional feminism requires intersectional haircut.
Anyway, let's get to memes, guys.
I mean, it's like this is Saints
hours.
Row. This is Saints Row, twice in this film. Anyway,
indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Man flu.
What were you saying? I was working on a video.
No.
Shall we meme?
Memes, sir. Shall we meme?
Oh, meme. Meme.
Get these.
Shall we meme? Yeah, we should probably meme some stuff. But before we do,
it's gonna be a movie no one talks about in less than 3 years.
Have you seen what I've seen?
So, just want to get to a new shirt we launched, and that's what the commercial I was working on was for this.
Hey.
It's the I Survived the 2024 Joe Biden Bike Fest t-shirt.
This is my favorite shirt.
Yes, and it happens. Wow. It's good. It happens every year. Was Tom in the back? Oh, I didn't see Tom. There we go.
Yeah, Tom just got here.
Tom's in the back. So this is every year. It happens in Swallow Hill,
I'm
Delaware.
a biker king. Back all over the world to the highest places.
I was doing a commercial.
I've been all over to other countries like Alaska. That's where, Culture Casino could stream from for this show, but can't for Midnight's Edge in the morning.
I'm still not in Alaska. That is fine. Look, okay, so to be honest with you, right now, this T-shirt is my favorite shirt that we've ever launched, and it's not even on our main thing. It's on this comics division bullshit. I don't know.
Culture at
You're
least
just mad you don't
lasts
have a website
ride,
yet.
Unlike our president. Culture can at least last on a bike ride.
Okay, so Tox, tell everybody about the shirt because
I love
honestly
President
is my
Obama, Jerry Obama.
Yeah. This is my favorite T-shirt. Tox, tell people about this shirt.
I come off mute to do that. So the I Survived the 2024 Joe Biden Bike Fest t-shirts that happens every year, I say, in Swallow Hill, Delaware. And down at the bottom, it just their slogan, "Come on, man," or "Come on, man." I don't know how to say it right. But this color is safety green. So we do have, for obvious reasons, we do have it in black. We do have it in a nice dual polyester cotton.
It feels
look.
good. Yeah,
this another high visibility green. From
Come
there,
on,
and we got gray
Yeah.
and purple. I think it's purple. Is that purple or blue?
I don't know. No, wait,
Red?
that's wine color. I know that color.
I think that's
wine.
Merlot. What color is it?
Merlot.
Dark
Looks
red.
like maroon. Like
It's dark
I feel
red.
well, I mean, look, okay, Pinot Noir is a little darker than that. Do you have a Pinot color you can show
burgundy.
me?
There's
he has
kiwi.
a Pee-wee Noir.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Is it Pee Wee what?
But
honestly,
that's
Pee-wee Noir.
This is actually not bad. The military green right there.
This one looks like you're supporting the president and you're part of the military or the industrial complex they're in.
There's even have it in comics division colors.
Yeah, that's right. If you're looking for a pale salmon color, which is comics' favorite.
It's pink, dude. It's fucking pink. It's not salmon.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I was trying to define a little more masculine. I'm trying to butch you up.
Yeah,
dude.
Have you seen me wear a pink fucking shirt, you dumbass?
Yeah, actually, yes.
I like to call this color vagina.
Well, yes.
All right.
Kind of is.
What do you say? It's a little pink. So, wear this shirt, and who knows? President might sniff you one of these days.
You could get, you could be a sniffleupagus.
You got to get super small for him to sniff you.
Yeah, well, comics, I mean, come on now.
What is, huh?
Sniff.
How does that work?
All I gotta come in here and go, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? And what is it with the cognitive dissonance on the fucking internet lately?
What are you talking about?
I get it. You can like Fury Road.
Yeah.
But why are so many people going like, oh, it's not like woke? It's like bullshit. It's every single
It's intersectional, dude. There's a difference between woke and intersectional.
No, fuck
it is
that.
very
They
much
sideline
intersectional.
and backseat the fucking main goddamn character in a fucking movie about a girl boss with a shaved fucking head who didn't fucking earn it, and he is treated like a motherfucking dog. Okay? What
He's
the
not in the
fuck is
movie.
wrong with you people? This is the same shit we gripe about every other goddamn thing. Yet I've seen Mad Max. Let me rephrase that. Mad Maxi Pad Fury fucking Road.
Who's fucking defending this
a goddamn
movie?
pass from every single motherfucker in the world because they love flaming big feet. Well, guess what? That shit don't make sense in this fucking world because they got no fucking feel. How could they be blowing shit out their fucking guitars when they don't have gasoline? They're using pig shit by the third fucking movie, folks. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm glad it looks amazing. I'm glad it looks stupendous. But guess what? It don't fucking make sense. Sick of it. Jesus Christ, people. And Furiosa is just an extension of the woke bullshit. It's exactly what we've been fucking griping about for the last fucking 7 goddamn years. But it's not fucking
This
passed.
Tom Connors rant is brought to you by Culture Casino's Cocks on Sticks. Cocks on Sticks, a tradition.
Man, nobody on this panel gave that movie a pass, Tom.
No, I've seen it all the last fucking weekend on the internet. I've seen so many people in our own fandom with cognitive dissonance. Look, I get it. You can like it. Just admit that it's every fucking woke thing we hate, though, first. Then I'm cool with it. It's these people who are like, well, no, she's not a girl boss because, no, she's a fucking girl boss just like fucking Ray and every other one. She's replacing the main goddamn character who they literally sideline.
I literally said she shouldn't have been in the movie, and it
hold
should
on.
have been a movie about the warlords or something.
I need to distance myself
I think best
from
in Iron Man
Tom.
because he can match that rant. Woo!
Yes.
That
I need to
was
distance
amazing.
myself from Tom making fun of the disabled like that. If she had her arm ripped off, dude, you could be a little sensitive.
Someone please flip that. That needs
I
to be
mean,
its own
That's because she
video.
got it ripped off shoving it up some dude's ass.
Oh, no.
Tom, go take the heart meds.
Trying to
before
make
we
him a
lose ya.
goddamn puppet or something.
Is that why Mad Max walks kind of funny? He walks like that guy from Top Secret.
After
the cow thing?
I just can't. I can't. And then people are like, oh, well, it doesn't have a continuity. Oh, that's bullshit revisionism that fucking Miller came up with during Fury Road to explain why somebody else is playing Mad Max, and this doesn't really jive with anything else. And then the dumb fucker's coming out going, oh, I got an origin story for Mad Max. We already got one. It's called Mad Max. You dumb fuck.
It's called Mad Max.
What the fuck do we get to see him have a good day?
Oh my God.
So,
have a heart attack.
Tom, Davina wants to know how you really feel.
I am just so tired of it. It's like everybody. The thing is, too, is you got all these fucking people in the media, and of course, these fucking trolls we're trying to get in the media's good gracing is going, I fucking hate people. Why don't you go see a good movie? Maybe because it's every goddamn thing we've rejected for the last fucking 8 years, you dumb
Jimmy
fucks.
Fallon writer? Yeah, he was
God.
complaining about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, people not seeing that movie.
Yeah,
real quick.
Well, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes actually did okay. But guess what I said about it and just about everybody else here in the panel who saw it? It's nothing we haven't fucking seen already.
Exactly.
It's the same shit.
Eric K for $2 says, amen, Tom, love you, no homo. Future Boy says,
oh, plenty homo.
If YouTube existed in 1977, you dorks would find a way to crap on Star Wars.
See, this is the shit that I've been facing all fucking day. Bullshit.
Yeah, you're programmed to hate everything at this point. I reject your assertion.
There's tons of stuff we like, and you've been trolling all night. So, I mean,
that's the shit I've been facing online all fucking day in the last few days. Is this is a good. You guys are just. This is why they fucking say we don't like any women. It's like, no, it's not like fucking Furiosa was in the second or third Mad Max movie and she's finally getting her due. You dumb fucks. She was inserted like a fist fuck into Fury Road.
She was created for.
That's where her fucking arm went.
I kind of thought Alien was pretty good. That had a woman in it.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like these people are pulling out shit that had women established from the fucking start. That is a straw man goddamned argument.
It is.
And the fist that was inserted was a mechanical fist that also had a motor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got different ends for that too, I heard.
She right
vibrates too.
She right sizes her attachments. That's what you're saying.
They got their reaction. They can blow that up on Twitter because I'll stand by it and everybody's like, "Oh, you guys are not going." No, it's fuck you. I'm standing my goddamn ground. This is exactly what we're against. Fury Road is that. And again, I can say it a million times over. You can like the fucking movie. I didn't even totally hate it, but I walked out of it going, they literally sidelined the main character, and then I didn't have a word for it because we didn't have the woke vernacular yet. We didn't have The Last Jedi. We didn't have Ghostbusters 2016. I didn't know how to put anything on it, but all my friends and people I knew were like, "Oh, you just don't like new things." That was the thing they kept saying to me back then, because everything that come out, I was like, I fucking hate this. This is either something I've seen before or it feels like the McDonaldized fucking thing we just saw last week.
Well, and the reason I only watched Fury Road once or twice was because the set pieces are what was awesome. Not the story, not the characters.
I admit that.
The set pieces were awesome. The action sequences were... well, you got one in this movie.
That's what I heard.
And Furiosa, you got one.
Well, I want more Master Blaster.
Yeah. Tom is fucking midgets.
That's the movie we need.
And then the other thing I started, because I know Tom's something wants to say, and we got to get to beams, but fuck, the other thing is people are tearing down like fucking like Thunderdome and shit. It's like, oh, fuck you guys. Come on. What is it with every goddamn time this happens? Somebody's got to tear down one of the originals to try to build something new up. Oh, well, at least it's better than Thunderdome. No, it's not. Fucking in what way?
Thunderdome had Tina Turner.
We're still talking about Thunderdome 35 fucking years later.
You can quote it.
We didn't bring up Fury Road unless fucking something came up about Furiosa. Anytime. No, I don't remember the last time I talked about Fury Road till this fucking movie came out.
Okay, I want to bring up something which I find pretty funny. This has been... talk about going after us, right? They've been going after George Lucas for fucking years, right?
Oh, yeah.
Over the whole thing with him being a racist, sexist, and blah, 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 blah. All because he decided to have a lot more aliens than people. So during... What was the big thing over the weekend? Was it Cannes? Not Cannes.
Well, Cannes.
No, I think that was like a few weeks ago, wasn't it?
No, that was a few.
Okay, so
his interview was at Cannes. Yes,
yeah.
He had
which I thought was pretty fucking funny.
Some of it, half of it's a great interview, half of it's like fuck you, George.
Yeah, well, him basically shitting on Luke and Han was dumb. Which he kind of does. Well, so the idea that you're supposed to accept people for what they are, whether they're big furry or either green or whatever, he added, the idea is all people are equal. And he's talking about the whole thing with the aliens. And so the funny thing about it is, they introduced Lando Calrissian in the second movie, of course, because he was getting shit on for only having white people in it. And then he adds in the prequels, he adds in Mace Windu.
I don't think it got shit on, by the way.
No, I don't think it got shit on.
What, it got peed on instead?
No, it did. None of that happened. That's like a lot of revisionist.
No, it is.
There was exactly a few people who did bring it up, but it was the media.
Yeah,
that brought it up, and he was like, "Oh, well, I didn't really think about it because I shot it in England, where there really isn't any black people."
Which is 77 they brought it up.
It's not strictly speaking true. It hasn't been for
I don't know if it was brought up in 77, but it was kind of brought up, I think, later.
It was anyway. Because Lando was technically a reaction to that.
Yes.
But who did they get? They got the one guy that even at that time, the most racist of racist men, if their woman said, "Oh my God, that Billy D. Williams is sexy," he'd be like, "I can't believe you said that, but he kind of is."
Yeah. So just remember, keep this in mind when you're going through your revisionist history, saying that we crap on Star Wars in 77. Legit, the other side's doing it. They're already crapping on Star Wars. They're saying it wasn't woke enough. So just keep that in mind. I think it's funny that they keep going after George. It's like, whatever, dude. I mean, come on. He gave us fucking Samuel Jackson and a purple lightsaber. How is that not badass? Despite the fact that the movies for me were garbage.
There should have been more.
But seeing Sam Jackson as a fucking Jedi Master is pretty fucking cool.
And it took place a long time ago in a galaxy far, far
away.
Who knows what the diversity was on the planets that he was actually doing?
It's not human. It's not.
There may not have been an Africa on whatever the origin planet was that he chose to make this originate from.
There was in a universe where everybody had a British accent except for Luke Skywalker.
The bit I liked was when he said, "Jedi, do you speak it, motherfucker?" That was my favorite part of the movie.
I'm tired of all these whip lightsabers on this mother effing.
Oh man!
Future Boy also for $2 says embargo.
What was that? A shitty Ben Affleck film?
Oh no,
no, it might have been.
I don't know.
Memes. We need to get to.
No,
memes,
I think
guys.
that was the Phantom Menace.
The Phantom Man.
I did not like the prequel trilogies.
I hated
the prequel trilogies. I love it.
Actually,
I didn't
we were
like
talking about
those.
this earlier because and there's another thing with George Miller. People are like, well, he's the original creator. It's like, yeah, well, and sometimes creations need to be saved from the original creator. The prequels, anybody?
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of revisionist
He was
history with that
forced
too.
to create Star Wars. He was forced.
What?
Yeah.
Pun intended.
Yeah, he was forced to
Kind
make
of.
Star Wars.
Okay.
So you got to
Especially
do
the
something that's going to
sequels.
make money and appeal to the masses to do all this bullshit like TXX and all that other crap they wanted to do.
THX.
You know? Whatever the fuck. I don't care.
Okay.
It was 1976. All right. I was 10.
Okay.
So there you go. I saw a movie. It was a fantasy in space. That's all it was. Just like Star Trek was Wagon Train to the Stars.
Yep.
All the same shit. There we go.
Tox is talking about is basically George Lucas bankrupted Zoetrope Studios and cost Francis Ford Coppola their 3-picture deal over THX 1138, where they had to pay back Warner Brothers Studio because it was such a horrible flop. And then him and his wife were arguing with him. And basically, they both called him a dead fish and said, why can't you just make a movie that normal people can relate to, like a comedy or a kid's movie? And he went and made Star
American
Wars
Graffiti.
and American Graffiti.
Yep. American Graffiti.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did we get Pinochet's Rumble Rant?
Oh, no. Let me double check.
Well, now there's 2.
There's 2. All right.
What did he call me this
They
time?
had a baby. He called you responsible.
All right. For $1, Pinochet's helicopter tours on the Green Machine. It says, I give the enemy no quarter. Tom just demands consistency. Who's the bigger monster?
I'm a monster.
Also, Pinochet's helicopter tours for $2. Bring in Sam Jackson. Also enabled the lore that Mace Windu drew from parts of the dark side and his saber from explaining the crystal and opening new lore. Yeah, and he also developed his own lightsaber style too, which is also pretty neat.
And
I think it's called Vapod.
I think we still missed
SFX's
Saber
Raptor.
No,
I put it in private chat. Like
I only saw
ago.
one that I got.
I put it in private chat. You may
Okay.
not be able to pull it up, but we can read it.
Oh, okay. Did it happen before?
It was a long time ago.
Let me go see if I can find it for you, comics.
All right. No,
It was
I looked.
a long
I
time ago.
looked in the on the YouTube side. I only saw one from him. So
if
I'm
you
not
go to the
sure.
fan funding, you can see it, but we can't star it.
It's mostly because you're gay.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay. All right, I'm started, so you should be able to see it now in the stars, and you can
all right,
get to the big letter edition.
Indeed.
This is about his grandfather, I believe.
Yes.
Going back to the
he had
beginning
a
of the
bronze
show.
scar. He had no choice but to try and land. It was dense fog, then lifted to reveal a landing strip, but was the enemies. Wow, but abandoned. This is what sent in second chat. Okay, Toxic Man Flu. Wow, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Very
His
cool.
grandfather was a badass
And he
man.
saved a guy from the same city that he was from.
Yeah. It's amazing. Also, I don't think it's popped
That actually
in
reminds
yet.
me of a story my dad told me once. It's really fucked up. Because he was in Vietnam, and he was one of the guys that would fix helicopters, and then they'd go out and pick up the dead bodies.
Wow.
And one day, he happened to recognize one of the guys. He's like, oh my God, I grew up with this guy and shit. And he just happened to be talking about it. And if he hadn't been standing there talking about the guy and stuff, that nobody would have heard the guy go, and they made like just the faintest of noise, and they got him into meds, and they saved his fucking life. But yeah, it was like fucked up. He just happened to recognize him because he grew up with him, and then if they wouldn't have, otherwise they would have just put him in a bag and moved along, and he would have, just been
triaged him.
Probably would have died. Yeah.
That's great.
TGV Monster for $5. I can't wait for Snow White trailer. I don't think that will be high praised. When that happens, I'm only going to say that's Hollywood, baby. Yeah, not wrong.
And then we'll get the next Daily Wire one.
It's gonna be a huge bomb. I can't wait.
All right, memes, guys. We need to get the memes.
Yep.
I don't know.
There are the memes.
I don't know how those memes are gonna follow Tom's legendary rant. That rant was one for the ages.
It was.
Yep.
That should have been clipped, and that should be up there with the Starfield rant. Anything Mexican Iron Man said. Seriously,
I don't know.
Mexican Iron Man doesn't rant. He's not angry.
Bat Tom's looking pretty toned in that meme.
Penis. Gagging you was entertaining. I've been taking Ozempic.
Okay, Lizzo.
No, that's for cheap motherfuckers, not like me.
I'm surprised we didn't talk about that episode tonight.
Did you guys see Lizzo reacting to the Lizzo stuff?
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
she thinks it's a compliment.
Yeah, she did not learn anything. She totally owned it. We
Yep.
kind of got into it a little bit this morning about it.
Oh my God, the cock. Okay.
Oh my God.
Indeed.
All right, there it is. So yeah, there's low bulge Superman. There's very tone. Bat Tom.
That's right.
I am a woman with
Yes, you are.
a steel plate around my vagina.
You need that, and
then
it's called a chassis belt.
I'm very, very fast.
Yeah, it's all you need is 23 seconds. Culture Casino.
No, it's 6 minutes. Calm down.
Oh, that's a revisionist history.
Definitely is. Super fucking gay. All right, sorry. I didn't say that. So following the example of Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, Hollywood introduces a new slate of films that replace the titular male lead with women. All right, so here we go. Here's
got titulars.
Aquamanda, an Aquaman saga.
Aquamanda, that's funny.
Aquamanda, that's pretty good. That's well done, Clay.
Can you make
Joanna, a John Wick saga?
I mean, technically, we have a real one of that, the ballerina.
Yeah, except that's
It's never coming out.
You know that's better than that.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be better, but it's still
whatever
the ballerina, a John Wick saga story.
It's not.
You are really fucking hoping it is. That's all I know because
they're reshooting it. It's
not
fucked.
going to be fucking good, guys. Come on,
Tom. Don't make me angry.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Oh,
the beard turns green. It's pretty bad.
I will watch the Armis in almost anything, just like I will watch Sweeney in almost anything.
Almost anything.
Yeah,
that's true.
Fair enough.
What the
Mad
fuck?
Diata? Madiata.
Can you make that bigger? Because I'm old.
Madata,
a John Rambo saga.
John Rambo saga. Okay.
Culture.
Madatia.
So you feel like she's like married to a guy that does curtains?
Mad at ya.
I think so.
Mad at ya.
Because none of those mags are going to fit in whatever this is.
Mad at ya.
That looks like some kind of launcher.
I feel like, it's a multi-purpose tool.
That is what she said.
That's funny.
All right.
Looks like we got Hobo Gandalf.
This is good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
It looks good.
Which I do have Andy Masterson's Hobo Gandalf sitting
you
not
should have
3 foot away from me.
You should have opened it tonight.
Well, I'm not going to be on camera.
Oh, you're gay.
You are gay. And being gay is okay. You are gay. And being gay is okay.
Nice shoes.
You are gay. And being gay is okay.
Oh, Hobo Casino is the new Jeffrey Marsh. Hey, come talk to me instead of your parents.
That's right.
Okay.
What?
Okay, I just want to say, not that there's anything wrong with it. Okay?
Absolutely not.
I just want to say there are moments in life you regret.
And that was one of them.
That was one of them.
I don't know, but there's a lot of complaints about the volume of the stream.
Never make bets or never make promises that you don't want to live up to.
Which one was loud? The SF?
I'm pretty sure the Hobo Gandalf thing was very loud.
I had it half. All right, let's try it again. How's this, chat?
No, I don't think that's what they're complaining about.
No, the Hobo Gandalf meme.
The meme was loud.
Right,
Yeah.
it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't you. It wasn't you being at half mast as usual. It was the volume.
I do have a permanent partial stiffy.
Softy. Wendy's has the frosty. You have the softy.
Wow, so salty tonight, Culture Casino.
Look, the brand damage that's happening to me right now is unacceptable.
The brand damage? What the fuck?
Sometimes you get rid of the vanilla frosty for a strawberry frosty.
Hey, well, yeah, it's usually
it's got slightly more blood in it.
One time a month.
Shortcake
One
for a
time a
strawberry
month.
shortcake.
Okay,
Ron is
stop
wrong.
it.
Says I got
Stop
news
it.
for you. You're gay.
True.
Oh no.
Why?
Because I love this song.
Because it's just a few days until it turns June, and then Culture gets his month.
What time of the month?
No, the whole month.
Oh. What? You get the whole month of the time of the month?
We need a citation. He just likes that part.
Then you should have cut it off before he got to the part that he likes.
I know I should have.
A masochist would pay a fortune for this. But I'd get made fun of for just taking a piss.
Ron is wrong. It's not his birthday month. It's Pride Month.
My birthday's June 1st.
We're making fun of him, not celebrating him.
I just want to hear the chorus. That's the best.
If only they could see what is great about me, then maybe they would treat you with some dignity. Our culture could see all the man, the myth, the legend. But I'm so sick of trying to pretend. I put up with so much abuse to no end. But these are my friends. These are my friends.
All right.
You know, it's when you write songs like that about people that I'm reminded of my autobiography that I wrote in college, Planets Align and a King is Born.
That happens.
Blaspheme much?
Just a little bit. Wow.
Sweet Jesus, it's me.
Can we get back to the memes?
All right. So this is BTS photo of Comics Division gearing up in ESP.
Yeah, that's way too big for comics.
Yeah, and by the way, BTS stands for behind the scenes talks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Behind the scenes photo of comic division gearing up in Enterprise Strikes Back, Empire Strikes Back. Yes.
Yeah, no, I mean he's
Enterprise Strikes Back.
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like nowadays. But no, look at you. I didn't know you were Yoda.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's back when he was like 60 and drank a lot. My God, that looks bad.
Yeah, you do look old.
I'm pretty sure I wasn't like 6 at the time or anything.
You
when
got
the movie
pickles
came
for
out.
fingers.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you have to put your hands in vinegar for that effect, comics?
Mm-hmm. There's certain ladies that'll do it to you overnight.
Only if you want to douche. Douche.
Tox. Tox. I feel like you are the what was the bad
I'm pretty sure that's Roxo, the rock and roll clown.
When you
does
get birthday
cocaine.
clown from Craigslist.
He does cocaine.
It's fine. You know, Snowflame is the character that Marvel needs to lean into.
Snowflame.
No, it's DC.
Oh,
Snow
shit.
Flamer.
Still.
Dick's Facts,
Hey.
back in the late 70s, early
wow.
80s, Culture Casino was lead singer in his band Weaves and Roses.
I look so much better than Axel does right now. Holy shit.
I don't know, your eyes do kind of look like Axl Rose after a 4-night bender.
Oh,
Culture.
Sweet cock of mine.
Culture, do me a favor and grab the mic and do this.
Mr. Brownstein.
Whoa, sweet child of
No,
mine.
you struggled to say child. You were going to say cock.
Ow.
You were going to say sweet cock of mine. I heard the struggle in that.
It was rough.
That's what she said.
Oh, hey now.
He's got eyes of the bluest skies, and if I blew his brains,
I can't believe people are still watching us right
maybe
now.
there would be a bunch of jizz that rains and rains.
Oh, calm down, Tom. Holy crap, bro.
No, you gotta pull the one Brahma. That looks funny.
Yeah. Hey, that's Alex Brahma Jones.
Oh, sweet beard of mine.
That's
Sure
true.
is showing off his new hat merch.
Yeah.
Grab the bull by the horn, blowjob assist hat.
Argentum does not approve of your singing, Culture.
But there's no tie. Also,
Yeah,
I
there is
think
no
it's
tie.
time for
There's
this.
no tie.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Sabertooth Raptor.
There it is.
Happy birthday to you.
Actually, Joseph A. also has a birthday today.
SFX 314 something. I don't know.
That was probably the best
It's got a
singing
lot of
of a
letters.
birthday song on YouTube ever.
Hey,
Just
we said
throwing
we
that out
had to
there.
do it earlier, like
Okay,
an hour
so-
and a half ago.
So Argentum, I actually have a great singing voice. I was affected
He
by
does.
this opportunity.
I've heard it. Of course, there's Mad Nick, Beyond 32 Flavors. I think that's great.
I still
Can't
think
wait
that's
for that
amazing.
movie.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. Oh, homebuyer.
That was a
condition.
quarter
Yeah,
of a second meme.
That's all you
Here's the
need.
libertarian presidential candidate. Oh,
God.
yay. That was nasty.
Just as bad as the previous one.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'd play this again. But
The Corning's response to that was fucking priceless. From now on, I'm suspending being a libertarian until further notice.
It sucks too, right? 'Cause I was like-
Jeffo
I was
made
like,
a meme. I hope this
Oh.
make Toxic Man flew happy. It's Hillary on Baphomet.
That's a meme, not reality.
That looks real.
I feel
Yeah,
like
it's
I feel
real.
like Hillary is Bathmat at this point.
Bathmat?
Bathmat?
Bathmat.
Did you
Yeah,
see that she
it's a
blamed
snowed up
women
thing.
for her losing in 2016?
Yes.
Wait,
Well,
what?
she's actually right.
And she's not wrong.
Hillary Clinton blamed women not showing up for her in 2016. So much.
Maybe
Yes.
because they realized that.
That she was a C word.
Well, in 2024, Joe Biden's going to be like, "You ain't black."
Period.
Well, no, actually, period would be speaking to the ladies. But
Come on,
anyway.
man.
No,
you ain't
period
black.
would be speaking to
More like a
Mulvaney.
brown color.
Okay. I'm kind of uncomfortable with the direction we've
Where's
taken.
where's this coming from?
I gotta go to bed.
Hi, Bell.
Hey,
You know,
Bill.
we used to call him back when I was a kid.
Columbine? What?
When they played with your leg hair?
It's true. Don't throw shade on Baffo. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, fair enough. Hi, Bell. Dead silence.
Dead calm.
All right, we'll come back to Bell.
Mr. Drow's correct. Americans. That's what we are. Baby.
America.
Hi, Nick.
Fuck yeah.
Hey. What's up? How you doing?
You know, not much. We're just doing outros.
Yeah, I know. So, anyways, yeah, this is a really fun show. Tom had a legendary rant. I posted videos last week. Another one was recorded today. It'll be out in the morning. And another one will be out on top of that. So yeah, right. 4 videos in a week. That hasn't happened in a long time. Talk to you Tuesday, tomorrow night. Punisher Thomas Jane version. So come hang out with us and we'll talk about that 04 flick of underrated greatness. It's gonna be fucking retardedly huge. So yeah, come hang out. I'll see you guys Thursday night for Thursday Night Throwdown. Thanks for having me, Cox. And of course, see you all Midnight's Edge after dark Tuesday and Thursday as well. Thank you, and stay gay.
Tom.
Hello. I showed up at the last minute just to blow up. And I'm not trying to personally attack anybody. If you like Fury Road, that's cool. If you like Furiosa, that's cool. Just don't deny that it's not everything that we have an issue with. It's just well-made woke shit. That's all. I love you.
Furiosa. Don't know about that.
Bell,
that's another problem. See,
yeah, it's not well made.
All right,
CGI crap fest.
I remind people this is the same director who made Babe 2, Pig in the Fucking City.
Which is well. Speaking of Babe 2,
if it had a sheep in it,
pigs are just...
Brian was interested.
Yes.
That's right.
Tomorrow I'm going to see a river called Sheep River, and that's
boy,
that's the true. It's a true place, a real place.
Super fucking gay. Okay, sir.
It sounds like a Creedence Clearwater Revival song, Sheep River.
You need to lean into your mic, dude. For whatever reason, you're really low.
I've turned it up to double the normal gain.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You're having that Windows issue, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Your settings.
Yeah, right click on the speaker thing at the bottom.
Is he on the preview thing or whatever that fucking culture was that one
show
time?
Earlier today, no problem on half the gain. So
half the gain.
It's an EV Mux issue.
Yeah. No, I really feel like you're full gay. You're not half the gay.
Anyway, is that better? Because
it's better.
Like I'm an inch away from it now. I don't like a big black thing so close to my face. Like
wow, that was not okay.
Well, if he wants big black things next to his face, maybe it is.
It goes up to 11. So I will be on Toxic Tuesday tomorrow night for that show. Looking forward to it, Nick. That will be good fun.
I hope you come.
I will.
Oh,
I will come.
God.
I will be there early. I will come early.
Ooh.
Then, okay, that was not okay.
Yes, it is.
Had a great show today. A lot of fun on my channel today with a show about band names. We had some quizzes that Brahma, even though he was in the chat and not on the show, got every answer right before we even started the quiz. He's that
it happens.
good. He's that good. And I crossed 1,500 subs on YouTube today. So
congratulations.
You think you did?
It's taken a while.
No, he's been there before and taken it back. So
I was up to 14.99 and just going up and down, up and down. So yeah, Bourbon and Boarding Saturday night. Go Stars!
Yeah, screw them.
Good win tonight for the Stars.
Yeah, screw them. Tomorrow night, I've got Party Animals on my stream, and then I'll be back here Wednesday. But before I'll be back here Wednesday, we will have the Christian panel, and we've got a special guest. I think we're talking Christianity and politics. So Talks might want to pop in and, super chat a whole bunch of stuff about screw you.
How wrong you are with whatever you're going to say. Yeah.
Yep. Thursday, we'll be back here. Friday, Ascent and Art. And then Saturday, Bourbon and Boarding, as Brian said.
Whoa, you skipped my fucking show.
Well, that's for you to
you're a dick.
Talk about. Okay. Culture Show is before Ascent and Art on Friday. After F&T, which Comics will promote because we promote our own shows.
Comics never promotes
and
me.
Stuff.
Yeah, Comics doesn't promote me.
And then as soon as the Stanley Cup Finals are done, me and little Chad are going to start a politics show on Sunday mornings around 10:30 or 11, right after church.
And you might have guests like me.
We might. It depends. You don't show up to our politics show on Wednesday anymore, so I mean, can you be trusted to come to our Sunday one?
If Carrie's there, I'll show up.
Well, I can get Carrie on anytime. I'm best friends with Carrie.
And do that.
Everybody have a great night.
When you have ladies around, but he doesn't appreciate the boys or the
Memorial
boys.
Day. Cheers to everybody who we are celebrating on this day.
Yes, to my family that served, I am very grateful. To the people that had flowers placed on their graves today, I'm very grateful. To the people who made it so that none of us had to do something hard, I'm grateful. But guess what? We're in the position that we're all of us are going to have to do something very hard over the next decade. So suit up, kids. You're going to need it. On that note, I dropped a video today about Furiosa and and how floppiness it was. Flopiosa, whatever you want to call it. The thing sucked rocks. It made Hollywood look very bad on a huge weekend normally. And there's no saving it. This last weekend was garbage. And my analysis is spot on. So check out that video. A lot of people have. We've got a lot of commentary going. Thank you. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about Dr. Hughes rating.
Who?
Yeah, well, I don't know. He's a news presenter. He got kicked out because he was sexually harassing younger people. Well, wait, that's in the BBC. We don't talk about that here in the United States. But you can check out my Doctor Who video tomorrow. It's worth your while. I'm going to tell you about the fact that the Doctor's ratings rise when the Doctor's not actually in the show. And, it's still on the bottom of the barrel. There's never been a lower rated show in overnight ratings than what we're getting now out of Doctor Who. We got more stuff coming up. I appreciate what we're doing right now. Great many things. Even Toxic Man Flu is contributing, although not to my website very much. And you can check out all of the amazing merchandise you can find on beachpunk.us, which is something I promote. Nobody else here cares about, but hey, you can buy swim trunks that have my cock on them. This is true.
Get all your needs fulfilled at beachpunk.com or net or some shit.
US!
What?
Beachpunk.us.
We know you're an ass.
Why? That's true. Beachpunk.us. Just check out my website. It'd be great. And I mean, I share it with other people that don't promote shit.
That's what you're gonna go with, I guess.
No, but honestly,
Beach Punk. I share it with people who don't promote shit.
Whatever. You guys, I love you. And check it out, beachpunk.us. You can get swim trunks and all kinds of wonderful summer gear. We've got, do we have the thongs out there yet? Thongs.
No. I want to point out that he just bitched at me for not promoting his Friday night show and then didn't mention it in his own outro.
I wasn't done yet. Check out, oh wow, this Friday I've got Demogeny, Lord Commander from, well.
Demogeny's a great dude.
Yeah.
He's awesome. His content's good too.
Yeah, he's amazing. Check him out, and then check out the show. It's going to be a good time. When I am not available, which is the following Friday, we're going to get a pre-record with the amazing History Bo, the History. I can't speak.
Bros that know history.
No. Bo, the History Bro. He's from the Sargon of Akkad podcast, and we are going to do an amazing pre-record for when I am, not able to do a video. We got lots of stuff coming up here on beachpunk.us, on Comics Division, on, Culture Casino, and all of them are going to be promoted by the man.
Call that site?
Calm down. They'll all be promoted by the following man, who is also known as Little Germ Dude. something.
Tiny germ dude.
Tiny germ dude. Toxic man flu.
What are we gonna call this? Did I buy that?
I don't care. Just fucking make the website. Jesus Christ.
Again, you need to give me this stuff.
You have the stuff.
I have the stuff.
He's talking about the drugs to keep him awake.
Oh, that.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck. Let's just
keep him.
Can we end this?
I'm pretty sure he can order that online.
Promote
9:45 where he is.
He's probably asleep.
I hate all of you.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. But I am going to tell everybody, go over to comicsdivision.com and go to the store. All right. And then we got the whole Pixelation store. Got everything you can see there. All the good stuff. Midget Comics, Duck Fisney, and the new 2024 Council of the Fellowship Texas t-shirts. That's right. Those are there. We'll have those available in Dallas next week.
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday. Not this Saturday. Next Saturday.
Yeah, not this Saturday.
And they will also be available in October in San Antonio. So we're going to be Carrollton, Texas next Saturday.
That's true.
I saw a preview of what the poster's going to look like, and it looks awesome. Comics Division is looking pretty good in that one. So, and he towers above everyone else on the poster.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, because he's standing on some.
Standing on something.
Yeah.
But hey,
I'm
we've
pretty
got,
sure I'm floating is what I'm doing. I'm floating.
You're floating. But we do have hats in. We've got the hats we're going to have down in Dallas. And we'll have them down in San Antonio. Getting those. I actually have bags to put them in that have warnings, so don't put them over your head. Choking hazard for that. And we'll have shirts, and we'll have sweatshirts down there, too. All right. But get the I Survived the 2024 Joe Biden Bike Fest. I've ordered one of these for myself. And I got it in military green.
Nice.
So there you go. Military green looks good. But I just love the fact safety green. There you go.
That's funny.
Be
Super
seen
green.
from space. But anyway, it's Monday, right? So you've got 6-minute dailies like every day, 3 times a day or something like that in the mornings. You got Toxic Tuesday tomorrow. You've got Midnight's Edge After Dark tomorrow. You've got Mr. H. You've got all kinds of stuff you can watch tomorrow. And Wednesday, we'll be back for Yelling at Parked Cars. Thursday, we'll have the Thursday Night Throwdown. We'll have a new intro for that. And I'm also working on some new commercials and stuff. So we've got some things that have been written from that one. And apparently, I'm now going to be doing Culture Casino's website. Which
Good.
Total
Hey,
surprise
you know what?
to me.
There are 2 words for you. Drizzle,
You
drizzle.
are gay?
No.
Drizzle, drizzle?
Drizzle,
I was
drizzle.
hoping for you are gay.
Something like that. And then Thursday, comics, you doing the noon thing with the tabletop?
If it doesn't get canceled, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
So
you
he'll
know,
be on from there.
Yeah. Speaking of
And
getting
then,
canceled.
yeah, we're not doing this Sunday thing or whatever.
What?
What are you doing on Sunday?
I don't know. I'm gonna be live from SeaTac or some shit.
Take the weekend off.
All right, I'll take it off, and
It's
when I come back, it's a reboot.
Yes. We reset the show.
Are people
when you get
interested in
back.
the top 5 anymore?
Yes, I like top.
I'd argue people are. You just got to be able to plan it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you should
Yeah,
follow
that's
my
the hard
show.
part.
I have a tight show.
You have a tight show, but a loose ass.
Half
All
my
right, so
problem is
real
I was
quick,
losing everybody early.
Rob Altus for $5 says people forget that Mad Max 1 and 2 were good because Byron Kennedy was a total car guy and died during the filming of Thunderdome.
Yeah, the cars were cool. Had a lot to do with it.
Well, and that's kind of the thing. I mentioned this about, with George Lucas. Sometimes, creatives, they need someone to rein them in.
Well,
and kinda keep
and
them grounded.
there were several people. Plus, saving in the edit was Marsha Lucas.
Yeah. Belle, are you back?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can finally get an outro.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I didn't have enough cowbell. That's what I was going to try to say earlier. Yeah. And if I could redo a movie series besides all the other modern stuff, that would be, I'm sorry, I lost my blank there yet again. Starting off with Anna Green Gables, Nancy Drew and Hardy Boy stuff.
Oh, wow.
And have it, because it is
Hardy
not
Boys.
to, Yes, that one on Hulu is crap.
Garbage.
And, they need to do what's in the books. And based on when they had 25 chapters, not when they chopped it up by Harriet Strutmeyer when she went to town on all the books and took out all the offending information in the 50s, but she was an elitist anyway. But yeah, I would definitely redo them because I think kids would really enjoy them if they stuck with it or with the books because and the original costumes and at the time and everything else with it. Because I am a big fan of the video games too. And my nieces love them. So I think there's an audience there.
Ramona and Beezus would be a good series.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, that was I read those. That was part of my RIF books. And I love Ramona and the friend Henry and all that
I wish
stuff.
somebody would make a good version of Little Women.
Well, there's been about 5 or 6 versions.
Yeah, it's good. Which one?
Me too. Oh, we're talking about two completely different things. Never mind.
Yeah, completely different. Whatever movie they were thinking about is totally not the one I was thinking about.
Bridget the Midget.
Tom's version of Little Women is dirty.
All right. Sorry, Belle, were you done?
Yeah, I'm done. Thank you.
Comments.
I remember what it was now. It's Little Women, Big Man. That's what it was.
Why are we still
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the support. I do appreciate it. And you will see us Wednesday. And I'll be working on a video tomorrow. So expect it out either tomorrow or Wednesday.
Try to make a video.
Indeed.
Thank you, Eric K, for modding.
Yes,
and
thank you to the
links
mods.
in.
Yeah.
Thank you to everybody out there. Thanks for hanging out with us. It was a good time as always.
I can only hold the piece up for so long.
Indeed. Here's some credits.
You can only hold your penis for so long? What?
That was not what I said.
We already knew that.
Is that not what I heard? Did anybody else not hear that? But
Okay,
me?
first of all,
he said penis.
It's
penis.
It's
He said
35
penis.
pounds, okay?
Oh, bullshit. I don't believe you.
I stand with Dexter Taylor. Y'all should go find that.
What would you do for $1?
Well,
what would you do for a Klondike bar?
$1.
Oh, wow.
Have you seen the new Klondike ice cream cones they're doing?
No. They good?
You got to be careful asking somebody like me that because, I mean, I just got out of prison for that.
Yeah, right. What would you do for a Klondike bar? Well, let me tell you.
It's illegal in a bunch of states, I found.
Tom wasn't arrested for a crime. He went voluntarily into prison.
No, that's not totally. That's not true. I did get arrested for a crime. It's what I did for a Klondike bar. But I didn't hate prison. Get it right. I met a lot of nice people in there.
Including midget?
What a sharing of the soap, wasn't it?
No.
Yeah, seriously. R.I.P. Choco Taco. That thing was amazing.
Oh, Choco Tacos were amazing, yes.
Also, if you're planning on going to the Dallas meetup, there's 100 tickets left for it. So if you want to go on RSVP, now's the time to do that. June 8th, Saturday, June 8th, after the Dallas Fan Expo.
And look, I know you'll be disappointed because I won't be there.
That's what he
Stay
said
for
to
the
her.
Dallas Stars in the Stanley Cup final as well.
Why was that important to say right then?
That's optimistic.
For me,
Wait, I'm a fucking member of this channel.
Yes.
The fuck is that?
Did I say something wrong?
No, I just can't imagine I would support this channel.
I support this channel.
Let's do that.
I'm proud of my dick support.
Well,
that's good.
You should send that to Haynes because they'll probably sponsor you.
And thank you, Eric K, for dropping the link to the Ripperverse meetup.
Yeah, I was just looking for that. Thanks, Eric.
And
all right, everyone. Thank you so much. And we
man.
catch you next time.
Sure. Whatever.